complete idiot.
We are starting.
I'm looking like a complete idiot. Woohoo! Hello,
Well, that's right.
everyone. Shorts aren't recording. Shorts are not recording. No, the reason is that all of the cameras loaded properly. The character sheets didn't, because those are using the mirror. But hello, everyone. We are live. I'm going to be dropping the music because the music is probably blasting your ears out. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a heck of a oh god, it's the 19th already. We were supposed to start this in the beginning of November. It's been a heck of a time.
Shh, what is time anyway? Don't worry.
Yeah.
About
We're fine.
But we're here. Minus
We're
one player.
We're full of fear.
Yep.
Minus one player. So next, tune in for that next week. But no, that's the entire sentence. I would like to introduce you to all of these wonderful players that have come back for more trauma. I don't know why they do it. Apparently, they just like it when people hurt their characters. Introducing, starting with, next to me, Sunny. Hi. Who are? What do? Where from? Why and how?
I felt personally attacked for what you just said, but also, hi, hello, it's me. I am Sunny.
It's true, though.
Yeah, it is. Oh boy. There's a reason why I'm dressed like this, apart from the fact that I love it. You can find me as Loving Sunny across places, although I am in kind of a bit of a hiatus. I'm not doing anything. But I will be doing some charity stuff in December, so if you're into that, maybe check my stuff. And yeah, we do that here. And I'm very excited to be back. And I'm ready to be more traumatized. Apparently, I didn't have enough trauma in season 1. Up the trauma, I guess. Hi.
Oh, there's always room for more trauma.
Yeah.
Speaking of room for more trauma, actually, which one of the two should I be pointing at that point? Hannah, Rosie, who are, what to, wherefore, how, and why?
That feels right. Hi, I'm Rosie, Sweet Rosie B, just about everywhere on the internet. I'm a ttrpg performer and character artist. I am so excited to be reprising Hannah, who knocked a lot of heads at the end of last season. I'm excited to see how that pans out. But yeah, very excited to be here. Let's bring it on.
And then, last but certainly not least, the instigator of it all, Kai.
Hey all, I am Kate Purcell. You can find me at Chaotic Wholesome or Chaotic Wholesome Presents most places. Come by our Twitch channel or our YouTube on Tuesdays for the Table Talk Show. We do lots of various content. You can find me all over, but save the date December 17th. Got a thing that I can't wait to announce.
Amazing. I'm doing 20 things at the same time. This is probably a bad idea.
I'm playing Kinley, your time traveling Bembo.
Yes.
With antlers.
Well, currently still with antlers.
Currently still with antlers. They got a rack.
Oh my god.
Can confirm.
Enough strong. We already broke the DM. Yes.
Woo!
Oh, he left. Okay.
Excellent. Now that he's gone.
Does that mean I get a new transcendent ability?
Oh, we're trying so hard. I'll allow it. Oh god, Tavernot's back.
Yeah, don't sound so sad about it.
Okay, I'll try my best next time. Listen, I'm broody and emo now. What did you expect?
You can have that attitude.
Look at my fit.
Anyway. Also, hi, I am Tav, Tavernaut. You're here, so you probably know what I do. But in case you're wondering, I do the streaming thing, I do the TTRPG thing, I do the get mad at things and do charity about it thing. I will be casting soon for something, so keep eyes peeled to Twitter, probably. I'll also PAX. I'll be going to PAX. Come see me at PAX.
Yeah.
And yeah, there will be more people going to PAX. Sorry, Sunny.
It's okay. I live in the global south. It doesn't happen often that I go to cons, but it is okay. I'll be there in spirit. Literally.
We'll miss you.
Put you on an iPad and just carry you around.
Could you? Oh, that'd be so cute. I'd be a Tamagotchi.
Sunny will be telecommuting. Honestly, this con could have been a meeting.
Could have been an email, to be honest.
And with all that out of the way, welcome back to Season 2 of ChronoBloom. As we return, we see we hear gunfire, you smell acrid smoke of electrical components that are burning, and in the commotion we see 4 streaks of different colors shooting through a room as an elevator dings and slides open to reveal a wooden door. And we see all of the members of the team jump through one by one into the awaiting bookshop. And that is where we meet our heroes. So, going around the table, the other way around this time, Kai, what does Kinley look like right now? What are they doing?
So Kinley has this long, flowing, very, very curly hair, and peeking from tips are these kind of bone white antlers that are just in bloom. There's little pink flowers that are constantly, very gently shedding petals. They have a ruffled shirt and a little flower and in the lapel and a green tailcoat. And well, this is where it starts to get interesting. They're wearing like one of those long floppy tutus that go down just past the knees. And beyond that, you see 2 little cloven hooved feet tapping quickly across the ground as they run. They are carrying our new friend? Question mark? The person we saved, who is definitely not an AI. It's very confusing. Pan. And yes, they are just head down, running, so relieved to see Awa. And they have these very bright green eyes, and if you just look closely enough, you notice there's white freckles across their cheeks, and their eyes have square goat-like pupils.
Amazing. And as you're jumping through, you feel all of the stress that you've been building up, like trying to hold the form the form that is keeping you all alive together, and you feel it just starting to slip as it sheds off of you. And that's when we quickly jump over to Hannah, who is following relatively quickly behind, but probably gesturing to the twins to stop fucking around and
get through. Yeah. So Hannah, who is not Hannah in this moment, she's her transcended hero form, which does not yet have a name. All purple hair, purple clothes. The only thing that is not purple is her golden eyes, which persist from her mundane form. The visor that she wears is cracked. She is covered in blood. Some of it hers, some of it not. She did a lot of damage last we saw her. She is panting as she's running, revealing her sharpened teeth, and she is desperately like holding her arms behind her to grab the twins through this door. Please, come on, we have to hurry. And just a total mess as she is ensuring that she is the last one through, making sure that the twins go before her.
Okay, in that case, we're going to quickly pop over to the twins, who are, well, Sunny.
Yeah, the twins are transcended, also known as Cadenza. While they transcended last time, they went through a whole heck of a lot of stress. They've been through some stuff, and when you get stressed in this game, you kind of go through, well, they got very dark, they got very emo, very brooding. Their usual white with yellow and like sunny and bright and nice outfits and attitudes went very dark. If I'm not mistaken, they got like a cool sword. I think like that was super cool.
Yeah, pitch black shadow.
A pitch black
sword.
like rapier kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
They may or may not have shoved people off of windows and been, going through a very hard time, still very stressed, but we're trying to do it for their friends. Not
did a
touching each
murder.
other. They may, we didn't see the body, but they did a murder.
No
They
body,
heavily
no crime.
believe that.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that's the rule. No body, no crime.
they're really hoping for that because currently the murder is still looming on their head, and they run for the elevator. They were very, they made sure that Kinley went before, very stubbornly to Kinley's despise. But they go. I would say Alto grabs Hannah's hand while they're going inside. Immediately go to a corner and just like drop quiet. Don't say a word. Looking completely drained, exhausted, and confused and stressed. Very stressed. Oh my god, there's so much stress going on right now. Yeah. Anyway, oh god. Stress.
That is, in fact, the watchword of this session. We first see Kinley just as the door slams shut behind you. We see Kinley starting to shed their magical girl form. Then, very rapidly followed by, I believe Hannah was the other one who was like running on very much empty. So
it'll just cascade off of her in the form of wilted flower petals.
Yeah, we see Hannah's form just disappear away from her, and I'm looking at the OBS, and I'm not seeing things changing, and I'm annoyed by it.
Yeah, Kinley's magic kind of crystallizes for just a moment, and then it's more glitter.
It just explodes in
It's just
glitter.
more
Always glitter.
It's just always glitter. It's glitter of flower petals.
Everywhere Kinley goes, it's just like a glitter explosion, and then janitors everywhere hate him.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, what did they do? It's just glitter everywhere.
Everywhere, all the time.
All the time glitter.
Amazing.
We all know how great cleaning glitter is.
Oh no. But yeah, as you are standing there, you see Pan stand there for a second, like when you let go of her, and there's this pulsing power still like a little bit behind her eyes, and then you see the pulse disappear, and you see her eyes go almost desaturated, like for a moment they lose. She starts losing all color, and then she just
Catch her.
Get her to
You-
the infirmary, right?
Yeah, a couch, anything.
yeah. So
Everyone is in like, save this baby girl, this baby
she
creature.
she
right now.
collapses into Kinley's arms, and Kinley, even though every bone in your body is aching, you do succeed in taking her to the infirmary, where when you put her down, and you start checking vitals, basically what you're seeing is she's alive. First off, very important.
Yes.
She's also doesn't seem to be too hurt, in a physical sense. But then, you know what? First roll of the game.
Oh boy.
I need someone to analyze for me.
I know someone is better at this than me.
Yeah,
Ebb
Nathan.
We'll switch over to Rosie real quick, and would you all look at this?
Ooh.
We have a dice tray. Go ahead and
I'll have followed Kinley in because Hannah is very much science-minded, wants to make sure everything's set up properly, is helping set up like the monitors and all the techie stuff.
Mhm.
Twins are
Making
getting
sure
blanket
Pan's okay.
and tea and, comfy stuff.
Let's go.
Kinley sets her down, but is moving a little bit gingerly because they are burned all down their front, all across their
Yeah,
arm.
and I've clocked that.
Yeah, wait until we notice that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're getting to
Yeah.
him.
But for the audience,
That was a 5.
A single 5? Don't you have 2 dice?
Yeah, it was a
5
5
and
and a 3.
Yeah, but the 5 is bigger. We
5
want
is
the
bigger.
5.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a 5. This is technically a downtime roll. And it will start a clock. I don't know how I'm going to do clocks yet, so I'm just going to do it on paper. Good old-fashioned paper.
Remember
clock
using
is
only
this?
papers to play TTRPGs before, all of this was a thing? God,
it's a very fun clock. I'm going to add a question mark behind it because you don't know what it is for yet.
We love that.
That's fine.
Let's call it an 8-part clock, and I believe with a 5 you tick 2 segments.
We
Okay.
just started. We just came home.
We just got here.
So
we just
as
got home.
Supposed to be here today.
as you start hooking up hooking that girl up to a bunch of sensors and like stuff you weren't familiar with until like Kinley brought it into your life, because this is tech from like 30 years in the future. I think we put it at about thereabouts. So yeah, this is tech from like a few decades into the future, but there's a couple of sensors that kind of start picking up the kind of energy that you've started to correlate to transforming. And if you were to scan yourself right now, even though you've used up all of your energy and you're nigh on burned out, there's always still a little bit of it hanging around, and it slowly starts building up. Pan is entirely devoid of the energy that makes a magical girl tick. It's essentially, it is as if something has drained her entirely dry.
I think she's fine, but she's a bit tapped out. I mean, it makes sense if they were using her for what we think they were using her for, but I think she's gonna be okay ultimately. Maybe. You're crispy.
Yes, she's going to it'll charge back up.
I don't know. I mean, we can observe, we can try to find out and like measure and chart her progress, but I don't know.
No, but it will, right?
Oh, I hope it has to, right?
And correct me if I'm wrong, GM. Like, I've heard of magical girls losing control of their abilities. I've never heard of them losing them entirely. That's not possible.
The only thing you have seen in the past / present / future,
It's timey-wimey.
wibbly wobbly.
Very convenient.
The only thing you remember having seen the words hard. You remember in the past you've seen magical girls give in to darkness, and you've seen them like. There's essentially 2 things that magical girls do when they perish, and it's either flip entirely or it's just die. This is neither. This is
the twins zoned out for a little bit because apparently we're having heavy storms in my area and the internet has died. But it's okay. They were just
quick rollback for you.
Yeah.
Because you missed some stuff. Hannah did a scan of Pan because everything seems to be all right with her except for the fact that she just isn't there right now.
Ooh, okay.
And that triggered an 8-part clock of which you don't know what it is for. It ticked 2 parts of that 8-part clock of which you don't know what it is for. And the thing that Hannah found is Pan is entirely devoid of magical energy.
Oh, that's nice.
Which
that's sarcasm.
What you would expect if a magical girl falls is you would expect to see negative emotion. negative
Yeah,
energy
like
taking over.
that
Um,
energy.
um, she has less magical energy than a normal mortal. Like, she has no magical energy.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh,
programming null, so it
yeah.
doesn't exist.
I do remember when we were doing some research in the twins' parents' office. We read about some situations with magical girls and like when they were doing their experiments and stuff like that. I remember they read stuff about people like exploding and things like that.
Mhm.
Do they like know enough to like at least put their minds off of it of like, okay, this magical girl is not going to cause an explosion right here and kill everyone in the building
Okay, so
immediately?
based on the research that you've seen,
Mhm.
and as far as I'm aware, Arya and Alto are relatively intelligent. Like they're
They had a good
they
education
don't
and
necessarily
yeah.
they don't necessarily study like the sciences, but they are intelligent enough to make those connections. So I'll give it to you without a roll. Um, what you're figuring is um to get to that explosion point, you start to essentially a magical girl opens herself up to all of the negative emotions around her, and
Okay.
then essentially becomes overwhelmed by it and explodes. It's what happens when you go too far into your eclipse,
Oh.
especially when you go too far into your eclipse when transcended.
Oh, ain't that nice? Wow.
Yes.
That's totally not something we need to worry about that now. Are the twins still eclipsed, by the way? Did they come out of eclipse or are they just still
No,
fucking
they're still
eclipsed?
eclipsed.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
so great. Thank you very much for telling me. Yeah.
I told you
Oh,
that you were going to go into this one eclipse, didn't I?
that's so
Don't think I
fun.
forgot.
Okay, so we're good about the unconscious magical girl. We don't need to worry about her. The twins are not talking about themselves. So that information was probably not shared with the group, unfortunately, because they are a little too emo and brooding right now.
To be
It's
fair,
okay.
this is
Kinley's-
information that Kinley has as well.
Yeah,
Because
Kinley's
Excellent.
just like
Kinley
Okay,
has
good.
had to
this
deal
is not
with
how
them
this
before.
works.
Mhm.
This shouldn't. This is not.
Mm-hmm.
This hasn't. So it's going to come back, right?
Maybe she just needs to rest. Maybe
yeah,
she's
it's a
just like
battery. She's
complete.
going to recharge. It's
Right. I mean, again, we'll monitor. Like, I can set up a chart. We can make sure that any little, even just a blip, if that pops up, we'll make sure to make a note of it.
right. Right.
Is she
Okay.
hurt? Are they okay? Before anything else, I know we're safe, but
Looks like they're a
how are
little
they?
scraped up, but like they're breathing, they're fine. Like their vitals look okay. They're a little weak, but overall, they're alive. They're
Okay.
here. We saved them. We saved someone.
And at this point, Kinley turns and looks at the twins. Alto, Arya, Alto, Arya, Alto, Arya. So, what's going on with you two? This is it. It's a lovely look. I like the look. It's just that's not.
It is very cool.
Thank you. I don't know. I didn't want this. I don't know. Are you okay? Alta looks at Kinley, who's very burned.
Yes. It'll heal. But
I'm pulling
you-
gauze down for
What?
some
So,
lidocaine patches.
at this moment, Kinley, you feel the adrenaline start to wear off, and brave face, but it fucking hurts.
So leans into
Arya's
my
dead
next
silent, by the way.
question. Leans into my next question, which is, so the timeline just altered in a major way.
Mm-hmm.
How
That's a fun sentence.
bad of
that
a
you just said.
headache?
Okay, so we'll get to that in just a tick, because there's also something I have to inflict on Arya.
Oh boy.
Excellent.
On Arya.
Oh boy.
Because
boy.
as you start to ow, and you start to
This is how
feel,
big-
as you start to feel the headache, the pounding headache coming on, as like flashes of light start to come through, and your memories are rearranging themselves. Arya,
Oh,
you for a moment like go into a flashback to what happened like a few minutes earlier, as you just distinctly hear your mother say, but that's all right, I don't have any children.
Yeah, Arya's like dead quiet in the corner. She's just like that is playing alongside the twins throwing a person out of the building and just the very cool full black rapiers, spiritual rapiers that they had just in their heads going like for Kenley, for Hannah, for our friends, for the world, for the future, and just hurting people very badly. And she's just having a very hard time dealing with it and just probably mixing all of that. Just like, what have we done? Why are we doing this? What have I done? Alto is just very much trying to focus on other people. He's trying to help Kenley, who's probably very against the idea of being helped right now, and trying to work with Hannah, to thinking about Pan, not thinking about himself or themselves, or like Arya, definitely not thinking about Arya. And Arya is just not thinking. Arya's like, well, that's not true. Thinking way too hard about everything at the same time, which makes you go blue screen. So she's just found a little corner to sit down, is completely oblivious about people and the environment, and just, what have I done? What have we done? Why? And just having a time.
At this point, I would say that both Hannah and Alto are fussing over Kinley.
Yeah.
And I am going to go ahead and give you the option to do a recovery for Kinley, so that Kinley gets more ticks into the recovery clock to lose the burn condition.
And my wheel is almost completely full, and then I think
Correct. You basically
did-
need one. You need one hit to fill it.
Yes.
Woo. Would
Um,
any roll hit? Like, do we need to roll or?
And,
Yeah,
well,
you do still need to roll.
you
Because
do.
it flows
Whoever
over.
whoever helps, because I'm outside of time, you get to add 1 dice to your roll.
Nice.
Should I be meta
am
or
just
should I?
pulling open the book, and I think the way it sounds, Hannah is leading and Alto is following.
I am okay with any. Also, because the twins are a little off, their rolls are with penalty. So
Oh no.
Alto would probably be helping Hannah more than anything. He's
Yeah.
not
Can you get that
in
thing
a
over that cabinet? Yeah.
yeah.
Hannah,
He's just like, give me orders. I don't want to think.
Alto, go ahead and give me an empathize at -1. Mark a
Okay.
transcendent use, and
I am
because you're still
transcended,
transcended, and
Mhm.
go ahead and use your transcended die. So you're at D2. You're 2 dice.
Excellent. Because I am transcended, that would be 3 dice. But because I have a penalty, that's a 2.
Drops.
Just for the sake of chat.
One
I'm
second
rolling 2d6.
before you roll.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'm a roll.
Okay,
Hey, I'll take it.
It's a success. So, Rosie, go ahead and roll with a +1.
All right. So that's
I help.
2 dice.
Mhm.
Don't you get a special something too? Because you get another one for me as well.
Because
Oh,
yeah,
I give you one as well.
I'm gonna add another one then.
yeah.
Okay, that's better. It was a 3, a 1, and a 5.
Yeah, don't forget about all of your benefits.
Yes.
Yeah, we got benefits.
Okay, let me double check how this is supposed to work, because I have forgotten. I have been reading the rules, but I have also been forgetting the rules.
Also,
You know how
it's
it
been a long
goes.
time and a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I was reading them yesterday, so I should know, but also
Easy in, easy out.
let's see. Oh, this is the Dungeon Delves has some amazing comic art things, and one of them is the different sounds a DM makes when they're looking things up in a rulebook. I am atonal noises.
Hmm.
Is there anything we can help you with? What are you looking for?
I
Shout out
am
if
looking for
you-
the downtime actions.
Oh yeah, I can help you with that. I was just there. Never
Nathan, are you
find it
still in
again now.
chat?
Nathan, where
We're
are you?
not gonna make Nathan work.
Nathan! Nathan, we need you.
Recovering from
You
harm.
need
You can
downtown,
recover from
right?
harm by filling the harm
What do you
recovery
need?
clock. When a friend helps you, most of this will happen during downtime. When a friend helps you recover, this is not the thing I wanted.
Oh,
We're scrolling
Okay.
down during downtime. Perfect. Okay, help a friend recover. When you help a friend recover, describe how you're supporting the healing process and roll an appropriate action. They advance their recovery clock according to the result. On a critical success, fill 5 segments, and you each mark 1 link with each other. Completing the recovery clock removes all level 1 harm, and all harm is reduced by 1 level. You rolled a 5, right?
Yes.
yes.
So you mark 3 segments on
Okay.
your clock, Kinley.
2.
Which
so I'm
pushes-
just going to delete that one, moves my burn down to a level
Yeah.
1.
And we'll call that singed. Actually, no, we'll call it treated burn.
Aw.
Okay.
Got band-aids,
better?
gauze, been treated with antibacterials, and some lidocaine to help with the pain. Like,
You are not
We're doing it
losing your
good.
arm.
hey.
Yes. Yeah. I think what Alta's contribution to this is going like doing what Hannah's saying and just going like, how did this happen? When did this happen? I didn't see it happen. How does it shouldn't have happened to you? We
There
were
was so
trying
much
not to
don't
not
worry
let
about
anything.
it. Like there was so much happening. There was a lot going on, lots of moving parts. We're safe now. We're okay.
I insisted on hugging. That's all it was.
And that's that is kind of what
Technically
that is what
correct.
happened. Dangerous hug, but
But
We
but
fixed it,
worth
we're
it.
good.
Was it a good
We
hug?
saved our we
Yeah.
saved our friend here. Yeah.
we did.
Oh, you hugged her. Oh,
Pan.
I didn't
Yeah,
see that happen. I'm
it
sorry,
was
I
not
didn't see that happen.
out.
No.
out loud.
It was
It was in our heads.
we were in a
right?
strange place.
Oh, you got burned. It's good.
She
Are you
was
okay now?
full of power, and it was going to tear her apart. And not live wire, line.
Ley line.
Ley line.
Ley line.
I'm like, it's line, but it's not. And ley line was every darn time. And ley line was trying to take her, and that would have, I don't know what it would have done to him, but I wasn't going to. So I hugged her better.
Yeah,
Looks
and you do
very
give
proud.
very good hugs, but also, don't. That looks very painful.
Yes, well, not as bad as the headache, but
Oh no!
it's
You
okay.
have a headache?
I
can get-
lay
I can get
down for a
tea.
bit.
What do you need?
can't lay. No, Also, what happened with you? And he's gonna try to take his hands and just what? Oh, time is very. What?
Yeah, you
happened with
you
you?
start having flashes hit you at this point, where you hear in the back of your head, you hear a female voice, gentle and calm, telling you, terrors to your 6. Turn around 5 steps, then blast 3 times, and then it slowly morphs into like this staccato computer voice that goes, "Danger detected. Turn 5."
Yes,
And
that is.
as you hear that, you feel like, and you feel like you've lost something. You've lost a friend.
I'm assuming that's very visible. Like it's.
Oh, yeah.
painful and-
Yeah, just. What? Yes, that. What's the opposite?
Will
of a
Kinley
blow up?
allow Alto to like hold his face?
Yes.
To, like, okay, go like.
I-
What's going on? We can worry about me later, please. You.
No,
What's
it's
going on?
saving her was a very good thing. But
Are you sure?
it's I'm going to ask this question, and I know the answer is no, but I don't know a better way to. Have you ever felt all of your memories change all at once because you changed your past?
I'm gonna get you a tea.
That feels like a very you-centric scenario.
Can you?
It's not pleasant, but I think it's good. And they just look over at Pan. She's gonna be okay,
Can-
right?
We'll make sure of it.
Can you talk about what just happened to you? Is there something? I know there's things you can't, but you need to let it go to somewhere. And
No,
I think
it's I Helios had a very powerful AI that helped and hurt. Very, very powerful. Rather sassy. I quite liked it. It wasn't an AI, as it turns out.
Are you saying that's? Are you saying that's her?
I think they lied to all of us, and they told us that she wasn't a person.
Alta's gonna, if Kinley allows it, very slowly, put his forehead against Kinley's. Take a deep breath. Can you, sit down and breathe for a minute? I'm getting you a tea,
Sugar,
and we're gonna figure
please.
that out. Oh, I know, lots of it.
Thank
right?
you.
Okay, just breathe. Please do that for me.
I am
I'll be
attempting.
back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Leans
Alta's
into
gonna leave.
leans into Hannah.
Yeah.
They do look different, right? That's not just the headache.
Oh, they're very,
Okay,
very
okay, just
different.
Thank you. Okay, all
They
right.
don't
Thank
look
you.
terribly hurt.
Thank you.
So, order of opera.
Are ya?
Hurt too.
Oh, I'm not
weird.
done yet.
That's a very strange.
I'm not done yet.
spectrum.
Arya's gonna
Yeah.
look at Kinley. You said they lied to us? And
Well, I mean, they
that
lied
it's...
to us in the future. I mean, they're obviously lying constantly. I'm sorry, what's your question?
How do I know you're not lying?
Arya.
We've been doing this. We've been doing what you're saying.
Mm.
How do I know this made it better? We did so much bad thing. I did a lot of bad things.
Mm.
How do you... I have to trust that you know what's better.
Oh, it's
And I
all
don't...
right. I don't have any children.
Yeah. How do I know? I just have to trust you. I don't know who you are. I've been listening to you all this time, and I don't even know who you are. How do I know what I just did was worth it? It made a difference for the good, for better. How do I know I didn't make everything worse? Absolutely ignoring your headache and everything. I'm so sorry, Kinley,
No.
but she is a bitch right now.
No. Kinley takes a few very long moments of like trying to like process what's happening with just memories changing. Process that is just like
I'm gonna offer a hand if Kinley needs to squeeze something.
Yeah. Kinley will take that and just slow breath. Well, first off, my head hurts far too badly to lie right now, which I understand that doesn't actually answer your question, but the truth is, Arya, I'm not going to try to convince you of anything. I don't know what happened with you and Alto, and looks direction he went, but I can see something truly terrible happened, and I'm sorry. I don't exactly know how to make everything better. I know things need to be different. I think, and they're gonna just close their eyes and think, and just that hurts so much. That hurts down to their little toesies because they're back to having toes.
Oh. Oh no, they have toes again.
They have
Oops.
toes again.
Oh no, toes!
Ah, fuck. My toes hurt.
I think we dealt a very powerful blow to the people I would like to stop, but I don't think everything is better yet.
To the people you would like to stop. You see, why am I doing that? What have I been doing? You got here, and I started thinking that the world would be better, and that you were here to fix it, and that you knew better. Who are you?
Sorry, I am going to intercede here because things are about to get worse.
Oh, what?
Boy.
as,
Oh no, the clock! The clock!
No.
as the plot does, in fact. Oh, that's a good point. I should add a clock for this.
Stop! What the hell? No.
Let's call it an 8-part clock. One tick marked, question mark. Don't worry about it. As you all see light coming out of the doorway towards like the bookshop itself.
Like from outside the bookshop?
Yes,
Like,
light as if a TV is playing.
Turned on.
I
hmm.
don't have any televisions.
Oh, it doesn't have electricity, I didn't think.
She does, but that doesn't mean that things don't appear magically.
I mean, yeah, we have the lab, we have the infirmary, and those have electricity.
As you are discussing this, you start hearing a jingle. Kinley probably doesn't recognize this because Kinley, I don't think, watches the news. However, Ari and Alto definitely recognize this, and Hannah probably as well because plugged in young adults.
Also just
you
coming
hear-
back with some tea and blankets. Just oh my god.
You hear the jingle for Soleil, the news channel, like a very big, think MSNBC like
The National News Network.
Yeah, national news. Well, news network for New Zenith primarily, but New Zenith is so big that it's effectively a national news network. And then in the distance, you hear something like which you can't quite make out what they're saying, but it sounds something like we're interrupting this program for a breaking story.
Kinley's just
I
gonna look
want
up
to
at
check
Awa.
that.
I would say, yeah, if Alto's like on his way back, can he, like, I don't know, try to make that
he-
Alto
better
would be
for
closer,
people?
yeah.
Question: is Alto carrying a teapot?
Teapot. Yeah, probably a blanket of the fluffiest blanket he could find for Kinley.
Which one was the oh my god emotional damage resist?
To see if I drop the teapot? Wait, what is
Yep.
going on?
Actually, no. I'll leave it up to you if Alto drops the teapot. As you hear a we interrupt this program for a breaking story, and you see the Soleil logo flash over the screen, and then see it resolve into one of the news anchors sitting in front of a desk, looking relatively grim, as they say, we have reports of shots fired at the Helios tower. There, a group of news is currently coming in, but a group of they would call it terrorists. A group of terrorists has assaulted the 30th floor of the Helios Tower building. And at that point, it zooms over, and you do in fact see like the glass crashing open, and someone flying out. And they fly out, or they fly off screen, so it's not officially shown, but yeah, you know what has happened there.
We may or may not have been at the scene at the time that it happened.
At this point, you also see the Soleil newscopter is on site. Going over to Chat Harkley of Chat Harkley in the sky. Chat, what are you seeing? And at that point, I'm assuming either the teapot drops or doesn't.
I'd say that would be a big moment for it to literally drop for Alto, because he's been deflecting it and trying not to think about it and himself and everything. So that feels like a very good, the actual legit moment where it drops. So just you see this very confused person just seeing their current persona in the TV and going like, oh my god, we've done that. Just freezing and staring at the screen, not saying anything. Arya probably going, see what I'm talking about? What do you mean we did what was good?
You have
Just
all
like,
moved. At
yeah.
this point, you have all moved into the main shop room. You're right, Kinley. There is no TV in the
Which means Awa wants us to see this.
Awa.
Yeah, there's no TV in Shelf Awareness. However, like one of those old widescreen chunky CRT monitors has like manifested itself in there. It's not even connected to power or anything. It's just
Awa really wanted us to see this, basically.
Yes.
Awa is warning you.
Yeah. Not the time. Yeah. Alto's having a panic attack. Arya is probably manic, like I would say, just straight up dissonant. Just actually, I'm sorry, but blaming Kinley a lot because she's projecting, and she's just like, I have to blame it on someone. I did terrible things, and I am starting to question everything I've ever done in my life. So she's just like, do you see that? I can't go back home. You're saying what we did was right because you wanted to prevent something that I have no idea what would happen. And that was the best for all of us. And I have to accept that. I didn't get a say on it. And I was going with it. And now I may have killed a person.
I mean,
I'm sorry I have a headache.
You fought so hard for... hold on. And Kinley's just going to sit on an armrest of a couch. And
Alto's gonna get to me eventually, but he is in a little catatonic state.
Yep.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, and as this, by the way, continues, because what is bad can get worse.
Like that wasn't the no.
So we see that news helicopter flying over as So we've been receiving reports from Helios from the Helios press offices that there was an attack connected to the terrorist ley line.
Fuck.
I don't know what the organization has called itself out of character. But the one that Leyline has essentially founded in the last episode.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
good.
Yeah, no, they're called I'll call them the Blinders. Because their main thing they were founded for is to blind Panopticon. A terrorist attack related to the organization of the Blinders has occurred at the Panopticon facility at the Helios Tower. Multiple shots were fired. We have the following images from the. We have some early images, and as he says that, you see like carefully cut together. Like it's very clear that they've pulled the studio, like they pulled security footage and pushed it through a PR department, had it edited down already. There's two main things you recognize. One, it is edited to put you in the worst possible light.
Of course, yeah.
Like it has multiple things of like just barely cut out where Alto and Arya were stabbing people, and it just cuts out right before anything happens, but then it does add in a scream sound. And then there's obviously the
media.
thing where you are where someone is exploded out of the window. And there's there's also the moment where Hannah goes went the Flash and basically turned an entire room inside out. So, as you as they're going over this, there's one thing you do recognize. At no point have they shown, and they have security footage of that. You know this. At no point did they show you transforming into Cadenza. They're keeping.
So they've just shown Cadenza. They didn't show
just
the
shown,
twins.
specifically, they've shown. They do show the transformation from Cadenza through Dark Cadenza, but they don't show Cadenza transforming. What they also don't seem to be showing is any images of Pan herself.
Of course they wouldn't. Why would they do that to themselves?
Basically, anything that they're showing is a part of the attack. And as he's continuing to speak, the investigation is still ongoing. As far as sources report, the terrorists are still on, and as he says, there is a as the like 5 floors above, 5 floors below of the tower explodes outward in an explosion, and you see the helicopter starting to go down.
Yes, that's just like them, isn't it? Like pouts at the screen.
Arya just drops to her knees and just like
and at
catatonic
that point,
at this point.
Yeah, at that point it falls back into into the talk show format as people are trying to assess what the hell has just happened, and are starting to pull chief of police in, security analysts, and they're now basically talking about these superheroes. They've been doing their heroics throughout the city. They've been acting like they're so good. And this is what they do. Are these heroes or are they villains? And
Man,
at that point,
Helios.
like it blasts like the heroes or villains thing over the red ticker tape below, and basically all of the talking just goes melds together in this mush of them, basically all agreeing that you're jerks.
Kinley like watches all of this, but like doesn't, not terribly surprised. This is, and then it's just suddenly like, but it's when they see the transition from Cadenza into Dark Cadenza, they're like, oh. And so they will get back up and then get back down to sit next to Arya on the ground and try to take her hand.
She probably flinches a bit, but lets you. Just like, she is way too like, oh, what the fuck? But she touchy and then allows you.
Something terrible happened back there.
Yeah. I feel like, didn't we do the terrible? I mean, I just saw it back.
Sometimes, when terrible things are happening, you do terrible things. The world isn't right or fair, and I will not lie to you, my friend. You will never be the same. Those things change you. I'm so sorry.
Why? Why do you know that? And once again, but with a very different tone. Who are you? Just starts sobbing and
Yeah, as you begin sobbing, you've sat down at some point, and you feel something warm next to you, and like as you you touch the side of it, it's like a warm mug of hot cocoa that has just manifested out of nothing.
Aww. Was it Awa or Alto?
Ah.
Oh,
Awa. Awa.
Yeah.
I'm helping Alto clean up the teapot.
Yeah, Alto's like,
Yeah.
ah, fuck. Also sees what's going on.
Yeah. If
Okay, no worries.
if she'll allow it, Kinley will put an arm around Arya.
She's probably just like a little baby sobbing, and
Yeah.
like she's being hugged.
Yeah.
She's not like hugging back. She's just like probably
being
squeezing your
held.
hand and going like
Yeah.
full baby, like ha! I've killed someone and I don't know how to deal with it.
Which is
I
fair.
may be bad. The media
So-
lies. Is the media lying right now? Like,
Kinley will just, let them sob it out for a while, because there's no point in talking to someone when they're at the height of that, right? And
yeah, makes
looks over at Hana and Alto like gratefully as they're cleaning up the thing, and then when the stars align, I'm not going to like try to dictate this, but like when we'll talk to Arya once they start coming back, and we'll also kind of, when Alto's done cleaning up, we'll try to like motion him over. But I don't know when that all is going to correspond. But we'll, just once Arya starts to settle a little. I don't think I've hit it terribly well, but I'm from another time. I'm from this time, but
we're avoiding your time, right? Alta says.
that's what I'm hoping. Things aren't good there. They're good if you're a very particular kind of person in a very particular location. And I don't like walled gardens. I think everyone should be able to live and wander and not have to comply with the desires of the privileged just to live. Arya, I am only who I've ever been. I am Kinley, and I can't give you much more of an answer than that, because I honestly haven't quite figured that out myself. But I won't lie to you or manipulate you. I will tell you what I think should be done, but I'm not going to force anyone. You've always been such a brave fighter. I didn't know you before you learned exactly what you were capable of, so I'm sorry I wasn't prepared for this. I should have been. I should have known.
No, you shouldn't. It's not your job.
It kind of is, I think.
You are now, it kind of is. And I mean, you broke physics and reality to be here, so I'm assuming it was pretty lousy where you, I mean, it had to be bad enough for you to want to try to fix it.
I'm
to this
very much a
capacity.
pacifist. This is not, no.
I've never seen you fight or want to fight. I'm sorry.
Don't.
You're
don't
not the
be.
one I'm questioning. I don't know anything about my life. I've done things I've never done. I still don't know if they were for the greater good.
Can I ask you something? This
Yeah.
is important. When you did what you did, was it with malice in your heart? Or was it to protect or to survive.
I wanted to make sure my friends were okay. Which is what I think you're doing. Regardless of what's true or not, what's good. I believe you. I don't think you're lying. And if what you're trying to prevent ends up being for the best for everyone or not, I guess we're going to find out. But I don't think you're lying to me, to us.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry I implied that.
No, you've
I'm-
every right to question everything.
I still don't know if what you want. I still don't know you. I just realized that I don't actually know you. I don't feel malice. But what if what you're trying for is not what's best for everyone? I don't think I can know that. And now I'm scared to just do it. Kelly, I don't think you're a bad person. But how do we know that you're right? How do you know that you're right?
I only know what I've seen. I know that Awa thought that this would be the time, the place to make things better. Going to be honest, I don't exactly know what I'm doing either. But I'm trying. I thought that perhaps just my being here would push things right direction, but maybe I should have done more to protect and prepare you all. I am very sorry. And you two, I'm gonna look from one sibling to the other. You two are very, very important to me. I know you don't know me as well as I know you, but you know, it's very strange for me to be having this conversation with you two because I always looked up to you both.
What?
Yes, you're
Alice is
older
like-
than me.
What?
You were
How old are
older
you?
than maybe not now.
Time travel.
I'm not exactly sure if I'm honest. It's been I was a
Looked up
little
to
bit.
me? Also, just like focusing on that, like, why did someone looked up to me?
Yes.
I can be looked
That
up
is
to.
that is too much responsibility.
No, that's just too much. I am someone enough that someone would want to be like me. I didn't even know I had a part of me. Like you're not saying you looked up to Arya. You like looked up to you, and that's just like
You've always been so important to me, the both of you, so I just assumed you'd be fine. And that was wrong of me. Not sure I'm very good at this.
I we're not the people you knew. And I think by now you know that. The people you looked up to and your friends, it's not us. But maybe we can be friends. Us and you.
I would
This us that now
Now us?
I would very much like that.
okay.
I hope you'll forgive me if I get a little confused. You're so not right now. Right now you're very physically, but you're so alike in every when you're not like that. It's very confusing.
It's okay. I don't know who I am right now. So
That's
perhaps you can tell me about your friends. And we'll see.
all I can tell you, really, is that you all share the same very good heart.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
That's not much of comfort
Thank
for
you.
you right now, though.
No, but I might get there. Trying.
With that, Sunny, I'm wondering,
Mhm.
is your because this sounds like your um trigger for
Coming out of Eclipse?
coming out of Eclipse has been
Yeah.
met here.
Can I tell chat what my coming out of Eclipse is?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, for the harmony, which is my playbook, which means that my twins going through a little goth, no touchy, no talky phase. When you are eclipsed, which is what has been happening, you were fractured. A sour note has shattered your harmony, and now there is uncertainty and conflict. Your relationship, once a source of strength, is suddenly tenuous. You are divided, and the difference of opinions keep you separated. That's how I've been trying to act. And how to come out of that is, according to my playbook, you escape eclipse when someone else mediates your dispute and your halves are able to reconcile their differences, which I feel like Kenley has done very well. And I think would be, a nice way to come out of eclipse. Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And as you are having that talk with Kinley, you see one by one the ink starting to flutter away away from Arya, and as that is happening to Arya, also looks up for a second, and you see the same thing beginning to happen. And it takes a few moments, but as it happens, we see two normal looking just babies.
I'm just
And
gonna
that's
If Kenley
where
would like to
out.
still be there, can we have been all like touching foreheads, like the three of us,
I
when that's
think like
happening.
Kinley like sees it start happening and having
Push
no
'em together.
self-awareness, we'll tug
Hug.
Alto down and just
Aw,
like
hug.
just like
We will pull Hannah as well. Like,
Ah, okay.
yes.
And
Cuddle
as you
pile.
all start hugging, that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Hey.
Aw.
Oh my god, I had an actual like heartwarming moment to break on,
That
not
just
just
means
the
it's
regular
gonna
old
get so
cliffhanger.
much worse.
See you all in a
Cute.
bit. We'll be taking a few minutes, and then we'll be right back after these not messages, because I'm not affiliated on Twitch, and I don't have to do ads on YouTube if I don't wanna.
Hey.
Bye. Everyone, look!
No.
It's a baby.
Okay, down. Now, sit up.
Babe,
Sit up. Sit up. Sit up.
you're a good boy.
It's a baby. Anyway, with that, we are going to go back to the break because Sunny's not back. This
It
has
just had
been
to be
your
shown.
regular scheduled cat update.
Oh my god,
Fluff
he's
eight.
eating my string.
Fluff date. So, speaking of destroying things. Oh, hi everyone! I didn't see you there. When last we left off, we had a real nice.
I didn't kill
heartwarming
anyone.
moment with the twins. The twins finally letting go of their dark transcendence, and you're now all just sitting there in a pile on the floor. In the next room over, there's the soft beep, 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 beep of a monitor that is monitoring Pan's vitals conditions. The TV has gone off, and as you've all turned around away from it, and you turn back, and there's just a set of bookshelves sitting there. TV
It was never even on.
was never even there. Yeah, this was just our warning you that you might not want to go outside.
Yeah, like the twins going like, I don't think we should go home.
Oh, definitely
Can
not.
we stay?
We can just have a slumber party here. There's, I mean,
Yeah?
Olive's got blankets. There's tea. There's all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
We can just,
Cause
we can chill here.
they
There's
didn't
beds in the
show
enclosure.
that, but
There's
we've
stuff.
pretty sure our parents know. So even
At least
Why
the
didn't they
little man that I was holding. I think he knows.
He knew.
our mother definitely saw that, and she still doesn't know. She doesn't. So much to think. Not gonna think about it right now. Can we stay? Right now.
Of course. Of course. Anything you need. Of course.
Thank you.
If you want
Oh,
blankets, well,
fuck
yes.
your
there's-
tea.
there's-
Alta gonna go and grab your tea back that he dropped, and he's gonna just like, shit, tea. Just gonna go and come back with tea. Probably
Ru-
for everyone.
Runs back with the tea, sees the outline of the TV again, and then
Yes,
it
we
disappears
can-
again.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I'm okay. I'm here. I was muted because there was something loud going by, and I was gonna.
No, that was perfect. Perfect.
Excellent.
response.
Also,
What was
yeah, also
happening.
had a moment of like, oh no, don't
As
drop
like
the
a
tea.
panic hamster,
Yeah.
hamster thing.
Pretty much. That was Alto. Yeah.
we can heal with blankets. We can go into the garden if you need, sunlight. It's going to work out. I'm sure of
Yes,
it.
it has. It's gonna be okay because it has to.
It has to be. Yes, exactly.
Hannah.
Uh,
how are
Hannah?
you?
Yes. How are you doing, darling?
Fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
You
You're not a good liar.
you're
Said fine once too many.
Never pretended she was.
you're very
Code
powerful. You know.
Yeah. I did not ever think I could do all of that. And she's like flashing back to what she just saw herself doing on TV.
Yeah, you didn't even realize that you were doing that. You actually like had that flash moment where you're just walking through a hallway, just moving at normal speed. Everyone else is just incredibly slow, and you're just or the Quicksilver moment actually is more like it. The Quicksilver scene in the cafeteria, just slightly moving someone's arm up,
knocking two people's heads together.
Yeah.
Exactly, and then when the time just restarts, it goes.
One drops. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone drops. Which we should be less excited about.
Hannah's still a newbie. I want to remember everyone, including the audience. Hannah has transformed what, 3 times?
3 times, and this was the only time that it was like a good transfer.
And that's what
From
Kinley's
not a bad place. Yeah. Like,
Kinley's like,
And even then.
Oh god,
but
yeah.
you how did obviously what you discovered some powers and there's feelings about that, but you transformed differently this time, yes? But
yeah, I was obviously scared, but I didn't transform because I was scared. I transformed to protect people, and that's how that's supposed to feel, right? Because that didn't before it hurt, and that didn't hurt, so that's good, right? What I did was good, right?
very proud of you. You're learning.
Arya's definitely too quiet for that question, but
like
does
does
it like
does not say that was
Yeah.
good, but is like, you're learning, and that's good.
Is there like rules for how this is supposed to work, or just we just learn as we go? Like, the next time I do that, is it going to be different? Like, am I going to have different powers, or is it going to be the same at that level? Is it different or the same every time you guys transform?
Alta hands you a mug of probably coffee from like hanging out with Enrico too much, like hangs you your coffee.
The best
Yeah,
part is
of
the way you sounded, the way you said that. It sounds like Alto hands you a brochure.
This is how to transform.
This is how you like.
I was gonna follow up with like, I don't think no.
So
We
you have
just-
gained unimaginable powers.
How does
Imagine
that?
that.
I think we did. We saved someone. We saved each other, which is very important. No one. I mean, I don't know where Enrico is, and that's a little scary. But I hope he's okay. We're okay, and that's important. Important.
It's very
As-
important.
As I said to Arya, none of this is easy. Especially as you're so new to this. You're still learning, and I'm still learning abilities I have. And it's most important that you make sure you know why you're using your powers, and that you lean into that sense of protection. If you start transforming out of anger or vengeance or fear, it's going to change you as a person. And I like who you are. Right now. Don't let it change you.
You saved who
You're-
I am right
you're
now.
pretty
Did
cool.
you know me before, after, like, in your time, like how you know Arya and Alta? Because you talk a lot about knowing them, but I don't know if I was there. You don't talk about me being there. Should I be worried about that, or was I? I don't know. I'm new. Maybe I'm a new factor to all this. I don't know. I just want to make sure it's okay.
You kind of takes the coffee away.
Oh, mine. The venti quad.
Yeah, like
The
this
coffee
already
just
wound
removes
up.
the caffeine.
This already wound tense person. Like, maybe no coffee. Okay.
This is my comfort coffee. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, too personal, too real. Stop. To me, Sunny.
Mood.
Ugh.
You are incredibly powerful. And I've known you. It's confused. I've possibly known you longer than anyone else.
Oh.
But it's confusing how. I know you, but you don't know me. But you might know me, but I don't know if you know me. But it's. Oh,
That
I
gives
just
me a
gave myself a headache
headache.
again.
Okay, let's
Hands
maybe
you a
a
coffee.
conversation for a different time when we're not all
Okay.
like messed up and hurting a lot. How?
Yes. Oh, do you need that tended to?
I can wrap it. It's fine.
Starts wrapping it immediately. Alta's just like in full nurse mode. Like,
Oh,
if I don't
thank you,
have to think
Alta.
about myself, I can help everyone else, and it's fine.
Thank you also.
I tried doing that earlier and it didn't work. Not. Did I do something wrong, or it was just the chat command wasn't working for people to hydrate?
I mean, StreamerBot has been incredibly obnoxious today, so
All right.
So it's not my fault. I don't need to point a finger at Kinley and blame him for every single mistake I've ever done in my life. Them.
I mean, you can. It's always an option.
It's so unfair. Only emo Arya would do that. Okay.
I'm not saying that you have to, but you definitely can. It's always an option.
I will choose not to. 'Cause it's very unfair. I've already done enough today.
All right. Awa, is there anything else we should know?
No, what keep us safe?
Of course you can.
Okay.
Door doesn't open unless you need to be here.
That's right.
To be fair,
What
the
if she
police has a
decides we
real
shouldn't
need to be
stay
here.
I think Awa can differentiate.
Yeah, what if she decides not to anymore? Oh no.
She wouldn't do that.
Okay. I'll choose to believe that. For
Honestly,
Like, there's no-
as you say that, the register just opens and then closes again, almost sounding like a huff in response to the selling you out thing.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Don't get.
No,
There was
that wasn't in response to Hannah.
That was
wasn't
to
in
Yeah,
response
just
Arya.
like in
to
general,
Arya.
just trying
Yeah.
to keep
Yeah,
everyone
just
calm.
Arya being like,
Yeah.
everyone's against me and life is hard. I know I came out of Eclipse, but I'm questioning every single thing I've ever done in my life
I
right
think
now.
we
Yeah,
all
it's
need
so
a
hard.
nap.
There is zero hesitation from Kinley about she wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
I'm going to say that Awa doesn't really have much more at this moment. However, all of you with mobile phones, you do now see what that clock that I mentioned earlier is about. As you, well, how many of your characters are mentally well adjusted enough that they don't have social media?
I've never met Arya. I'm sorry. Okay. Alta maybe doesn't. Maybe has.
I'm not
like-
mentally
okay,
well enough, but I don't have social media.
Arya has every single social media. Also
have
has
Thread?
Tumblr. Oh yes.
Hannah has
she
like the basic
Threads.
ones just to keep up. Like
Okay,
Yeah,
yes,
no,
well,
Hannah
both
has
of you-
Facebook for the science.
Hannah has Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, because that's for some reason still the only place where the student society meetings and such like are.
Facebook
announced.
and Blackboard. Those are the two apps on her phone.
Alta's trying very hard to stay on Tumblr and has been working in secret with other people to try to bring MySpace back.
But yeah, no. You, I think Arya will have been the first to flip open her phone and is just scrolling through whatever the bird app is in this world. Why, I guess.
Yeah, why?
Like,
And as you're
Die.
scrolling through that, you're seeing that your name is not your name, but like your group's
Cadenza.
name is
oh,
your group's name and and the names of all of you are trending.
oh my god, I've never trended. Oh.
Yeah, the problem is that the way you're you have become the main character of Twitter.
I don't want to be the main character of the day. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
And now I can reveal two clocks because they are racing clocks. Both are 8 segments. One of them has one part filled. The one with one part filled is the media poisons the public against you. And the other one is the heroes prove their innocence in the court of public opinion. Obviously, you don't need to prove it to the courts. We don't care about the courts. We have superpowers.
Also, that's not. I was gonna say that's not how life works, but also I don't think anyone has superpowers in real life that we know.
Money.
Superpower. That's just a power.
A narrative question.
Yes.
Is it referring to the blinders, or is it like actually calling out cadenza, Kinley, superhero name?
Well, the blinders are essentially like seen as maybe the group that has started it all, but they're also they are the techie group, so they're pretty good at like not at getting themselves out of this particular kind of pickle. And as far as the public thinks, you all did just blow up a building for like a corporation that everyone loves.
We just blew up Google.
Yeah, you blew up pre the removal of Don't Be Evil Google.
Okay.
So that is something you will have to deal with as the season progresses. And
did my parents show up at all, like in interviews and like have
press
they
conference.
voiced their opinions online? Probably. My mother probably has social media.
Yeah, I'm like, Mom.
your mother has at multiple points like appeared as a talking head on the TV circuit, but she also did that before all of this happened. That was just part of her daily duties as a director at Helios. And but yeah, she's definitely doing it. She's definitely making it very clear that we should never have trusted people with powers. They're one bad day away from ruining us all. Look at what they did here. Sorry, I'm very sorry to say that your mom is Lex Luthor.
Oh my god, I knew that already. I have 2 questions. One is a Sunny question.
Yes.
How does it work for stress when you come out of eclipse? Is my stress
I believe
0?
your
That my
stress wipes.
I can check that.
I will double check that for you while you guys continue role playing.
Yeah.
So
I
we
have
don't
a
waste time
separate
there.
question,
Yes.
which is kind of an Arya question. How convincing is my mom and her PR to mess with Arya's head as to is she in the good side or not? Because she
That is a good
Alto
question.
is kind of okay.
I honestly think that you are starting to hit the obligation phase. Because we've mostly been spinning our wheels doing roleplay, which is amazing. But we are entering the cycle of play, so that next episode we can actually go into the missions when we have the full team here. It sounds like that this is something that breaks your heart and drives you into despair. So I would like you to roll me a moon resist for your obligation.
Oh boy. Okay.
And now we're going to have to double check if stress does indeed disappear.
Yeah,
because I believe.
What about us? What about those of us who
what
didn't
about
use
the
it?
I will get to you next. But first, I would invite Sunny.
Can I read the book that talks about escaping eclipse?
Go ahead if you have it open.
I think I'm filling in for Nathan for this part specifically.
Amazing.
When you escape eclipse, if you are in downtime, erase any remaining stress and clear your transcendence track. If you escape eclipse while on a mission, your stress and transcendence tracks remain in place. So I'm pretty sure this was downtime, so I am not stressed
Correct.
anymore. And now I'm gonna roll for stress, is what you just said?
Correct.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Oh, also clear your transcendence track.
Yes. Excellent. So, just for the sake of me, oh my god, look at that stress. It's so disappearing. That is so good. And now I'm rolling moon.
Yep.
Which is
You
26.
take stress equal to 6 minus
whatever.
your moon is 1. It could have been worse. Could have been stars. But you take
Yeah.
6 minus 1d6.
No, yeah, so I roll and see how much we minus.
Correct.
Oh, ain't that nice? Well,
So
that's
you rolled
fantastic.
a 2, so you take 4 points of stress.
Ain't that great? I am so stressed, y'all. Oh.
mean, it's
Anyway, Oh my god! Look at that stress coming back.
Well, now comes the best part because
Why would you say like that?
obligation goes before downtime. And there's 2 people with 2 stress remaining on their stress tracks. I'm double checking. Oh, I completely forgot to do something. I get to roll something.
No.
I don't like that.
Mhm. I don't like the way you said
I believe
it.
we are currently in tier 2. So that means I get to roll the playbooks. So don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
That's my
Yes, we're
secret. I'm always worried.
we're doing a tier 2 Fallout roll. I get to roll these. Really.
We've already had plenty of Fallout. We can just skip this. It's fine. It's fine.
There's like 64 of them.
Oh, but I insist. Don't mind me. I'm sure you'll be okay. I'm totally not stalling because I couldn't find the 3D dice overlay thingy. There we go. And I get to roll.
God.
I believe I get to roll just 1 die, though.
Is that good for us or bad for us?
Well, in
It's either really good or really bad.
ooh, it's moderate bad. An enemy is embraced by the abyss. So
What does that mean?
So yeah, I think I know what is happening. You're Alto is trying to put it out of their head, but Arya is following along with every last bit of the news cycle, and is
She doom scrolls. She definitely doom scrolls.
yeah, basically she has seen every single video of her mom calling them out, and as you're watching those videos, you're seeing something change in your mother. Her eyes become more cold, and her exterior hardens. As time goes by, she goes from decrying the terrible acts to calling for blood. And I'm not sure if Arya realizes it, but if anyone else is looking, you definitely see the first signs of consumption taking hold.
And does this make her look more like the her that I knew?
I believe Alessia was the name, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Yeah, Kinley does not have a phone, so Kinley's just kind of like chattering to people, partially to keep their own mind busy, but also, just trying to keep spirits up and checking on everyone. And like, oh, you need to stop watching. Oh,
yeah, and as you see that,
Yeah,
you flash back into your past, their future, and you witness like a briefing by a stone-faced, scarred director, Alessia, who is who you're starting to remember now. And no, that's not right. She shouldn't have been. She was a researcher. She commanded director. Alessia is a director of anti-consumed operations. She was the leader of your special forces unit.
She was Kinley's boss?
Well, she wasn't, but now she is.
and I assume I'm holding like these two memories of her in parallel. Yes. So it's like,
and Arya just watching the thing on the phone, completely oblivious.
She basically in your memories, she went from just another hard ass boss to Amanda Waller.
Oh, we made her very upset.
What?
What? What?
What?
You should really stop watching those. They're not doing you any good.
What did that just do to you, though? Could you?
Just walking down memory lane. That's all.
Why don't we have a media-free night tonight? I think we've all seen enough, done enough, heard enough. Just phones off.
Face down.
Yeah, that was Fallout. The adversary agenda moves forward. Yeah, that's all amazing. Don't worry about it. The next thing that happens is we do have some downtimes to fill. I think honestly that Kinley is doing a sun downtime. Scary people.
Wait, do you mean downtown or obligation?
Obligation, or is physically taxing, and specifically you are glitching. So everything that is happening is slowly breaking your brain, and it is kind of causing minor collapse. So go ahead and give me a sun resist.
We don't want that to happen.
Sun resist.
Which is actually a very solid resist for Kai.
Yeah, not as good as my moon, but
no, it's equal.
No.
Yeah, it's equal.
Oh, I didn't get the second
yeah,
hit.
it just
That's
counts the first column.
Okay.
So it's 2 dice.
Okay, now I'm rolling 2. Roll. Come on.
That would be a 6. You don't take any stress.
Thank the gods, because I'm so close to eclipse.
Yeah, so how does Kinley...
Don't do that. I cannot. I don't. That was like almost in character.
How does Kinley bash through the eclipse that is about to hit them?
Yeah, I think like just time is changing. Everything is readjusting, and Kinley is immediately has the urge to overanalyze, which is part of why like the headache was happening so badly. There's cattail is just going to be a problem right now. Come on, buddy.
That's okay.
It's not a problem. It's a solution.
He will just put it directly in front of the camera and leave it there. So is immediately starts to try to like follow this trail, right? Follow okay, this has changed. Okay, she's not a researcher, she's the director. But okay, then then we need to, and like the really bad headache starts to set in. And I think it's probably between Alto and Hannah, like kind of nagging them, being like, hey, maybe we don't. It's like, oh, right.
Definitely
right.
both.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely
so there's
both.
like, and it is nothing that Kinley does. It is their friends being like, no. We all have to take care of ourselves right now. And they're like, right. And so they do put forth some effort to make sure that everyone else is taken care of, and like the space is cozy because we've just all been through a lot. But that is kind of part of the process to help distract themselves, so they're not just chasing down what does all this mean, how has this changed, because it would be very easy for them to try to go down the rabbit hole of what about this person, are they still my friend, what happened to this person, and that would have just like fractured their already headachy. Yeah.
Instead of doom scrolling social media or going through your active
You're
memory.
doom scrolling yourself.
Why you gotta come at me like that? I totally don't do that at night.
Oh, don't.
Yeah,
I take meds for that.
As this happens, Kinley, you just lean back on the table and you feel, as you lean back, you feel like a glass of water, and next to it there's like a pack of paracetamol. And now we turn to Rosie.
Thank you, Ola.
What is Rosie's obligation like at this point? How does Rosie get punched in the fields?
Rosie or Hannah, because those are two different.
Okay, how is Hannah getting punched in the fields? Good point.
I think Hannah has gone a bit quiet after making sure everyone's okay. Like Kinley's headache, okay, taking care of the twins. They looking normal. She's just a little bit of doom scrolling before like, oh yeah, I have work in the morning. Texting her professor, hey, I'm really sick. Like won't be able to go TA the class tomorrow morning. She's just kind of sitting there and kind of replaying what she saw on the TV like over and over and over in her head like a feedback loop.
Social pressure or anxiety? Stars.
Oh, that's a good one for me.
I gave you an out because if you had aimed it to something physically nasty or dangerous, then
Okay.
I got so stressed I got a tummy ache, and that's
You
my
hit a one.
obligation.
you only take one stress.
Okay, so
You're not
I am
into
one
eclipse.
off from eclipse.
You're not an eclipse yet.
You are
Yeah,
also-
I think after she goes through it a little bit in her mind, she's going to like close her eyes, screw like her eyes against it, take a breath in, like I'm gonna go get some air real quick, and like go out to the garden, and just like when she knows, she's like check on Pan, make sure those vitals are still looking good.
They
Go
are.
out to the garden, specifically by the water feature, just like kneel down and look at herself in the water. And I think for the briefest moment, her eyes flash red, like physically look red irises, and then she shakes her head and it goes back to normal. As she's digging her fingers into the grass, trying to ground herself literally and figuratively. Just like breathing through it and like starting to just sob as the weight of everything that happened today finally gets to impact her. She put everyone else first. She made sure everyone else was okay first, healed, safe, in Awa. We're good, but that was a really hard day, and she's never had a day like that. And it's the relief that we're all safe. It is the pain of everything that she had to go through physically and mentally. And just holding on, trying not to, there's almost that impending feeling of trying not to eclipse. Not that she knows what that is, but just that like whole pushing something down even further because she has to, because everything has to be okay.
Can I ask? And this is you, the player.
Yeah.
Do you want someone to notice she's missing and come find her in this moment? Or do
I think
you
she
want...
said
Thank you for
I'm gonna
asking.
go get some air, and I don't think that was necessarily like a leave me alone. If someone feels like, oh, she might be in trouble, they are welcome to.
I'm also asking because Kinley and the twins have had
Oh, I'm totally
a lot
cool.
of screen
please.
time. Don't want to take away, but I do think like Kinley is, part of the like distracting, would be happy to notice. I'm happy for the twins to come along. I'm happy for one of the twins. Like, who's tagging in?
I am now wondering how like downtime works, and if it would be a group thing or if like it would be just like a pair, because I know there's a downtime activity to like go spend with someone else, and I have the downtime thing here now and I'm trying to figure it out, but yeah.
You're aiming for
Hannah. We're aiming for Hannah.
no. Well, yes. I was talking the thing you're aiming for, because there should be one that reduces stress.
Please.
We won. Yeah, we won that one.
Oh no! Wait, we did this wrong again.
I know.
Because this is the problem with system hacks, and that's nothing negative about Go by Moonlight, by the way. It's just this is the thing where my brain dies, because in Blades in the Dark you have to indulge in your vice to reduce stress. In Go by Moonlight, at the end of your mission, the stress track clears,
Right.
and then you get stress from your obligation.
That's
So
what I
you don't
thought,
have to
but-
maintain stress. In the future, by the way, if you think something like that, you're probably right. Please, please
No,
ask
the
me
thing is,
in
I'm
the-
probably wrong.
I'm
So
usually
would I
wrong.
only be at one
So,
stress?
have you played Blades in the Dark before?
No.
So yeah, then your mind isn't poisoned yet.
It's called Poison Promises in other games, by the way. No, wait.
No,
It's called
this
the
game. This game
Devil's
is poisoned.
Bargains in other
Devil's
games, and
Bargains
it's a
in the other
poison.
game.
Anyway, I am doing okay. So no one's stressed
So,
but me.
Yeah, in fact, the stress is, which actually kind of checks out. It's 0 for Kai, 0 for Kinley. I don't know how Kai is feeling. It's 1 for Hannah, and it was like 4 for Sunny?
For the twins.
For the
Yes,
twins?
for the twins. So, well,
It's 6 for
Sunny's way
Sunny?
above the scale. Don't worry about that. We're not going to talk about Sunny's stress. We talk about twins. Stay at 4.
So,
Yes.
now you do get, you each get 2 downtime actions each. You have already used 1 downtime action, and I'll say that Hannah used that one to heal Kinley. But that does mean that all of you still have 2 downtime actions, and then Hannah has 1 downtime action. For as a recap, because we haven't played it for a while, and the audience may not have seen it for a while, during downtime you have a few options. First, you can make a connection. If you make a connection, you choose another protagonist and describe something the 2 of you do together. If it's something the character would appreciate, the player can offer you an extra die. You roll the appropriate action to it, and then the chosen character gains the result level as links on you, and on the critical success, you also gain a link on them. You can only do that once for each character per downtime. So you can't just decide to go out shopping with one character twice in the same downtime to just max out on those links. You have help a friend recover. We've seen that happen already. That's the one where you actually try to fix someone's wounds, set a broken bone, try to coach them through the mental anguish that they have suffered. Oh, that hasn't happened yet. Don't worry about it. And then there's work on a long-term project, which is where you decide, I want to build something, or I want to design something, I want to create a new magic spell, whatever. And you tell me what the long-term project is that you want to be working on.
We can do that?
Yeah?
I'm sorry,
You
what?
are inherently magical. You know that, right?
No. No. I don't know anything about me. I can create a spell.
This is technically something from Blades in the Dark, but I mean, one of the main it says it in the name of the thing, magical girls. It'll essentially do something. It'll either do something narrative. It'll be a narrative device, or it'll give you a bonus for something. These start at 6 segments for like for standard projects. They can be longer for complexer projects. If it's shorter, then it doesn't really deserve a long-term project, and it's just something you get probably in a flashback. And then finally, there is investigate. When you investigate, you describe how you're seeking information about your adversaries. You roll an appropriate action. Results advance the investigation track in the series playset. Along with advancing the investigation track, you can use your results as a gather information roll as well, asking the director questions about what you have discovered. I will say, by the way, that currently you will be operating on lesser effect for that. But you can use the long-term project, downtime project, to tick boxes in the heroes prove their innocence. The reason you are currently at lesser effect is you are essentially keyboard warrioring back. And we all know how much effect that has against the hateful mob of the internet. So if you're doing it right now, you're essentially shifted down 1 result for segments marked or links given.
Sooner or later, you will give us that next transcendent ability. Sooner or later.
I don't think I give it to you. I think it's an XP thing.
I have no idea.
I think that because of
promise you,
reasons...
I promise you, I will check it in the rules, and if it turns out that I should have given it to you before, I will be giving it to you.
Because
Otherwise,
because
I think I should have had a regular ability and extra one, and then I didn't do it because I forgot to check it. So I think I'm abilityless for my own silly reasons. But that's a Sunny issue. Can I get an additional one?
We'll look into that
Okay.
and fix it.
Thank
But in the
you.
meantime, is there anything you want to do for your downtime? And I think let's start with Rosie because we haven't heard too much about Rosie yet.
After having her little panic attack in the garden, I think Hannah's going to quietly, like she's at this point trying not to bother anyone. She's just trying to go about her business. She's going to go to her lab, and Leyline had given her so many tools and bits of information, and I think she's going to begin sifting through that to find evidence that damns Helios as far as proving our innocence.
I will call that. Okay. Would you like to call that investigation? Investigation essentially makes your life easier in future missions, or gather information, which is a long-term project, which essentially would be more. It would be more figuring something out that could help in the future with the racing clocks.
This is more about proving our innocence, so the second one, gathering
Racing
information.
clocks. Okay.
Yeah.
No, in that case, it'd be a long-term project. So I'll call that a 6-segment long-term project, and I'll call the long-term project. That's 6 segments.
So that doesn't go towards like proving our innocence? Is that like not like a plot we can
basically,
work on?
once it fills up, you are then at increased effect for proving your innocence.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
Yeah.
okay.
So also something you could do in a mission could put you at increased effect, or could literally just give you slashes in there.
More.
But this one I'll call forensic analysis.
Mhm.
Forensic analysis completed. And go ahead and give me an analyze roll, unless you have a different one that you would like to suggest.
Nope, analyzes. Hunky-dory by me.
Okay.
Someone really likes analyze.
I do. It's one of my better skills. Okay.
Not
someone-
me.
Really? One of your better skills? I didn't know.
It's like her only. She can analyze and defy, and that's about it.
I love that Kinley's
Oh, that was
playbook
almost-
Okay,
came
so
with analyze detected, and it's like,
yeah, so you are looking at 3 segments marked, I
Nice.
believe, with a 4. Yeah, you're looking
She'll
at
be
3
sitting
segments
there
marked, so you're
in the
halfway.
lab. Yeah. Sitting there in the lab with her her coffee, like typing and typing and typing. She's actually turned the lights down a little bit just to help with like the impending headache from everything, from the emotional strain, from the physical strain, from just processing.
Mhm.
I think before she left the garden, she would have picked some of her favorites. So like some milkweed, some lavender, some lamb's ear, just things that make her happy and at ease, to just like make a little bouquet to have in the lab with her, just to sort of ground her even more. She loves plants. She loves being around plants. This is what makes her feel like a person again. And just, even if it's just something small, it's helping her just focus on something other than her own like body and mind at the moment.
Awa doesn't do things small, however. So as you enter the lab, your little workstation is still sterile, but like potted plants have started appearing around it.
Oh. I think
They're-
just like fresh tears, but not like sobbing, just like the grateful. I'm
they're
so
probably
tired.
like the tropical ones that can't actually grow in this climate.
Yeah, it's
They're
probably
just there.
really pretty. Yeah.
So as the rest of you eventually walk in, you see Hannah hunched over research, and just putting everything together and thinking, oh yeah, that might be part of it. Oh, we could use what's on there, and I'll have to decode this. And then as that is carrying on, Kinley walks in, and you see the flowers around her like start blooming up and growing taller. And then as she notices that you have entered the room, turns around and the flowers go back to normal without her even noticing.
Hi. Hello. How are you holding up?
It's good. I'm sifting through everything Leyline got us. I think there's some good stuff in here. Whether or not it helps prove we're good, it'll definitely prove that Helios is bad. So just try to sift through all that.
Yeah.
Make sure that we have everything we can actually put out there, and maybe sour how people feel about Helios, so that maybe it casts doubt. And like she's almost like her eyes are like wide and like if you know that GIF, there
isn't a murder board yet, but it is slowly being rolled in by Alto.
Kinley is going to like again carefully, subtly try to take the coffee.
She'll let you have it this time.
You're going to rest soon, though, right? I know you're doing hard and important work, and I'm very grateful, but I'm concerned about you. You've had a lot thrown at you.
I promise. If Pinky promised, I will sleep eventually.
Okay.
She like goes back to typing.
Absolutely no time frame.
Right.
I will sleep.
Eventually, yes.
Yeah.
By the way, did you those plants are looking very healthy.
Yeah, I'll put them in here for me. I mean, I brought and she like hold up a little coffee cup that has a few in it. But I'll brought all these, and they're lovely. It's really nice.
They got bigger.
They're looking completely normal to you.
This plant.
Yeah, but a moment. You really are extraordinary. And Kinley will just kind of squeeze her shoulder. He's like, right, you will. I'm going to come in here later and make sure you sleep.
As you do
second
that,
you,
going to be
like,
slumber
close the
party.
door.
yeah, as you do that, I'm going to. I just have to remind Hannah about something. You feel Hannah flinch because she still has that bruised wrist.
The shoulder.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it pushes it down slightly, and
Oh,
Do you need to be?
I mean, Alto wrapped it. It's still really sore though.
Alto's not a nurse, he just means well.
It's
Yeah, he
literally
also
just
was
like
dealing
wrapped.
with a lot.
Yeah. He's just like, no, yes,
Yeah.
I'm taking care of you.
like I put it-
Probably
it's-
got like
like-
too tight.
You know, a
clumsy.
Hello Kitty band-aid does not heal a broken bone, right?
it's
I mean,
not
it's
even the
true.
right kind of bandage that has been put
Yeah.
around. It's not a
Probably
compression
like a
bandage or anything,
t-shirt
it's
that
just
he
a-
just started.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Intentions?
We
What-
should fix that so
what-
that
what
it
is it
doesn't like
to-
set weird.
Yes. What is it to heal? I don't remember. What's the...
Okay, so that was the direction I was
Help a friend
suggesting.
recover.
Yeah, it's help a friend recover. You decide. You describe how you are going to how you're supporting their healing process, and based on that, you decide which action you roll. And essentially, if they have, if they end up with 5 or more, 5
Yeah.
or more checks, they
I just
instantly
was
heal
trying to
this.
figure out what the actual role was, and I don't think I don't have that.
Can you try to confess your way into this?
Right? I forgive you for hurting yourself. Do it again.
Okay, we're not going. We're not going to be toxic in this game. Thank you very much. That's for the
Not
villains.
angry, just disappointed.
No, that you hurt.
You're a guardian. You have to guard yourself as well.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed is that out of all of the maneuvers that you have, like empathize seems to like be pushed for with healing.
Yeah.
I would say that for something like this, flow could probably also work. More like physio or helping them like do stretches because it's only bruised. It's not.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
broken or messed
Yeah.
up. Too bad.
Or just defy, yell at it until it fixes itself.
That fucking wrist is gonna get fucking better.
I think
I think it was
Confess,
yelling at me.
just whisper all the things you did wrong into the wrist until it stitches itself back. This
It's like
is a
talking to
magical
plants,
girl's
you help
ghost,
them
though.
grow and, like,
I'm
Yeah.
sorry I couldn't save you in my timeline. I tried so hard, but I couldn't do it, and it got wrist got worse.
Honestly, honestly like being there for them and like apologizing for all the things that happened that caused this to happen, that would actually be a confess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think Kinley doesn't. I don't actually know much field medicine, but I think like maybe like that wrist is still. Tell you what, why don't you know more about fixing things? What if we go into the lab and walk me through the process? How you're going to?
Yeah, because it'll be easier from where you. Because it's hard to do it like one-handed. So I'll talk you. I'll talk you through it.
Yeah, and tell me. Do you remember how exactly this happened? And maybe we can. Angling for like mind and body, right? Like, let's do a little bit. Let's work through. Because you're still figuring out just how powerful you are. Yep, it's very easy to get caught up in. Oh, we're in a bad situation. I'm just going to react, but you have to like hold back a certain, especially against the mundane people. Like they break so easily.
I mean, we kind of do.
Kinley going for I forgive you for killing a man, and you hurt your wrist. I'm sorry if that's not the direction you were going to, but what I understood is like I forgive you for killing a man and hurting your wrist.
I was mostly just hearing Kinley's World of Cardboard speech. This Hannah, she never stops. That is her problem. Me, I have a different problem.
And Hannah will begrudgingly get up, like she still wants to do the research, like she.
I promise you can come right back to it. You can come right back to it, but think how much better you'll be able to work when your attention is divided by. That's got to hurt.
It does.
Says Kinley, ignoring their own.
As Hannah just like goes, no, it doesn't, and it touches it and flinches slightly.
Yeah.
You actually, Hannah has her back turned to them, but you see like a few thorns spring up around the flowers, and then as Hannah just composes herself again, they fade away.
What's happening?
So Hannah, come with me, and Kinley's going to like tell stories about when they started their transformation, and they were little deer persons, so they're very bouncy and just not at all the same in that very Kinley way, but like, and so I tried to like just run this thing, and I ended up just leaping this ridiculous distance, and I bashed my head on a branch and caused several apples to fall, and the farmer was very unhappy. Apples were kind of rare, so it was very like it was a mess, and you really have to learn how to I got a bit of a softer runway than you. Like you've kind of been thrown into the deep end. Now show me how you
had your powers.
Oh, forward and I was a bit younger than you.
Okay.
But
she's like grabbing this stuff.
Yeah, it was. I'm not even sure how long I've been in this timeline, honestly, because ours kind of, we're a little bit outside of time. Things might move different. I don't know if things move differently outside of the shop. I try not to think about this, but yeah, I was a bit younger than you, not terribly, but things had already started to change a bit. So,
am I gonna grow horns like you?
Oh, no, I'm not entirely sure when that started. I think it's from in the future and transcending as much as I did, because we were very. If anything, you might start growing vines.
She thinks about that. That'd be kind of cool. As she's like handing you the.
Or maybe flowers. Ooh, we could have matching flowers in our hair.
I love yours. They're so pretty.
Oh, thank you. Yes, they. I'm not entirely sure when all that started either, but it's fun.
Like, did you get to decide how you look when you transform, or is that just how you look when you transform?
That's just what happened. If I was supposed to decide it, maybe I did, but I didn't realize that's what I was deciding.
Very cool. So we just are what we are when we transform.
I think it's a reflection of your truest inner. Yes, I think.
Must apparently very much like purple then.
You do wear it well.
And she's like like helping you, like guide you through the bandaging
Yes.
process, making sure it's tight enough.
I've got a feeling you're angling for confess. Go ahead and roll confess.
Okay.
And she is absolutely fascinated to hear about farmers in your time.
Well, it's not
Trying
all
to
that-
actively grow vines
You mean
now.
what you mean is hydroponics,
Yes.
and
Because that's what she's striving for. Her whole like lab thing is how do we make the most out of the very
Yeah,
limited
just
land.
don't talk about what's outside the cities.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, we the space was a bit limited, so we which is a shame because I like open spaces. That's thanks the deer thing. Want to run? Want to leave?
Yeah, leaping
Yes.
down.
Yes.
I do miss seeing
With a
them.
5 and a 1, I think I did rather well. You're a very good teacher.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that means the 5 sticks. That means you are marking 3 segments on
Okay, so it's still a
the
little
heal
hurt.
clock. Yeah, so you are essentially 1 heal action away from getting restored.
Didn't you? Would it be next downtime? Didn't you say that level 1?
So completing the recovery clock removes all level 1 harm, and all other harm is reduced by 1 level. So and you can do the recovery action as much as you want, so long as you have downtime actions remaining.
Yeah.
So
I just for some reason I thought you were saying that we were going to have level 1s fade after a point, but that might
yes,
have been.
but that
I don't know.
yeah, we did, but that was when we were talking about having like a time jump.
Cool.
The
Just-
way I
just couldn't remember.
essentially sometimes something is really tough and really problematic, and it's a level 3 harm, but it's a level 3 harm that will fade within a few hours. Something
Gotcha.
like a psionic contusion or something like that. It's going to affect you a lot, but at my discretion, I can remove it. In this case, because it's like just like the burn, it's a longer running thing. It'll either like, be gone next mission, or you'd have to treat it now.
Cool.
And you probably want to treat both of those now because lesser effect is kind of nasty.
Mm-hmm. Once the like injury is all wrapped up, and it must have been just enough pain to like keep Hannah aware and awake. You can almost see the visible just like weariness suddenly take over her. Just slumps and starts like blinking like, wow, she got real tired real fast.
Maybe a painkiller and then a slumber party.
That sounds normal and nice.
Mhm. I'll bet. Awa, do we have any ice cream? Flutters lashes at the ceiling.
There, for a moment, the house is silent back at you, and then there's
Her
this.
wrist is hurt.
Yeah, so one of the bookshelves creaks in like a fine.
Oh, you're my
And
favorite.
There's
Skip
there's
off.
a there's a knock on the door, and like there's as you open the front door and you look out, who's there? There's just a gangly looking teenager, like a bicycle behind him, wearing a coat of wearing the coat of like a delivery service, and just reaches into I just got this order for 2 doors to the right of the ice cream shop
That's us.
that's
yes.
okay. Here you go. Thanks. for
Arya's
the
gonna
tip,
tip him very well. Oh, did he already get a tip?
yeah,
Because
thanks-
Zarya's
Thanks for the tip, by the way. Are you sure $200 is what?
Of course, that's normal, right? Yes.
Late night
You're
delivery.
Wonderful.
worth it. Go get. Go.
Also,
I don't
you
know,
didn't
get
see
in
either of
college
them.
or something.
You didn't see any of those three. She closes the door.
Yeah.
Door closes. Yeah, Awa doesn't understand money.
We
Which
don't
I
need
think
to.
we've
Nor
run into that
she needs
before.
to. Yeah. I was gonna make a request, which is probably very bad for Hannah.
Oh.
But
Oh no.
the characters are not thinking about that. Do you know that scene in Lilo and Stitch where Lilo goes to pray. And
yeah,
I
send me
would
the
I
nicest
think-
angel you
Yeah, I think it would be Arya. She would go, Awa, can you please give us a coffee machine that makes exactly what Enrico used to make for us? Because Enrico, I made the best coffee I've ever tasted in my life, and I don't understand how you work, but you've given us coffee before. And I know Hannah could use it, not thinking about the effects of caffeine whatsoever, because Hannah really needs to sleep. But going like, we could really use good coffee, and I don't know if you're a god, but we could really use some coffee, and you work in mysterious ways, so that's enough for me. Could
So-
we have good coffee?
So as you open your eyes and you look to next to you, there's a few books have appeared on the bookshelf, and they're all like how to deal with loss.
Oh my god!
She's sassy. She's sassy.
Amazing. Oh,
Sassy
Arya
in the
sounds
most supportive way.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. Arya hates it. Absolutely what she needs. She doesn't want it.
Also, is probably taking a few of those books.
Oh, he's reading it. He's like, so
Which one's
okay.
your favorite ice cream?
mint chocolate chip?
Yes.
Arya's like, I don't know, salted caramel macchiato. Something real stupid.
What is
Something
what is
really
Arya's favorite ice
complicated.
cream? The ice cream that tastes exactly like the coffee that Enrico used to make.
Yeah, can I have that? I messed it. I'm like, she's
Yeah.
getting the jitters.
Oh yeah, there's definitely if you take out one of the ice cream pints from the bag, there is a disappointment.
If there is an ice, oh my god, Awa
There-
is so mean.
So
The
sad.
hell.
Kinley is
I
a
mean-
monster and is eating pistachio ice cream.
Love that.
That is
Okay.
That is
amazing,
not
though.
monstrous. Pistachio ice
No,
cream is
that's
amazing.
wonderful.
I
Yeah,
will die on
Arya's
that
going
hill.
for iced coffee. Iced coffee. Ice cream.
It doesn't hit like Enrico's stuff used to hit,
Never.
but
It never will.
it's still pretty good.
It's also the
Um,
emotional level of like being Enrico that was making it for them,
Right.
and that's never
Mhm.
gonna happen
Yeah.
until Enrico
you,
makes
you
them a
get
coffee.
you
again.
get a sense that might also be part of what I was trying to tell you.
Like, yeah,
Uh,
let it go, bitch.
Okay,
Give up.
our might not be the most tactful bookshop.
She's
She
knows what we
wonderful.
need.
Yes.
Put
He's
it,
the
put
only
it like
bookshop who's ever communicated with you like this.
put it like this. Yeah, there isn't a TV anymore. All the wall outlets have disappeared.
I need to charge.
I can't.
that.
I can't charge my phone.
You can charge it in the lab. There's lots of
How am I
places
supposed to
you can
doom scroll?
Yeah, and if
In
you
the
walk over
lab.
to the lab, in fact, all of the outlets have also disappeared, and like the few devices that need power have been like have those tamper-proof direct
Oh my
electrical
god,
connections.
Awa.
How am I
And-
supposed to doom scroll and keep tabs on my mother?
Just
As-
get in the blanket fort. We're making a blanket fort.
and as,
Just love
as
a
you
party with
as-
ice cream.
as you start going back, Awa has provided entertainment. There is a record player, and there's a
Aw.
stack of records, and on top there is well, like a certain philosopher once said, you can't always get what you want,
I get what you mean.
but if you try sometimes.
Oh my gosh. So good.
However, we've had downtime actions now from Kai and from Rosalie. Is there a downtime action you want the twins to partake in?
Yes.
Okay,
I have a question.
I have an answer potentially.
Oh, I really hope you do. Who looks?
You may not like it.
Oh God, it's been like that. Who looks like it's more from like between Hannah and Kenley? Who looks
Mhm.
more hurt? Who should I
okay,
spend
so
time with trying to heal? Because I know they're both hurt.
Yeah, as you look over both of them, it looks like both of them are like getting there. They're Hannah's wrist is still bruised. The bandages have been fixed up slightly,
Okay.
but she still can't really put pressure on it. I mean, well, Kinley, well, you did a decent job, but there's still burns. There's still a bunch of like first degree burns. Kinley looks closer to healing. It's almost as if their wounds are starting to stitch themselves back together through some kind of energy. Time travelers have a healing factor. I don't know what to tell you.
Does it look like you will heal before?
No.
Okay.
Both of them will need aid to heal. You do have 2 downtime actions if you want to spend
I was gonna
both.
say, I think Arya would go to Hannah, and Alta would go to Kinley, if that's okay. If I can spend my 2 downtown actions to heal my friends.
That's perfectly fine. And I'm assuming you're just going back into the empathize mode, right?
I would. Arya, I feel like she would like see the situation and like bring a bag of ice to put on and like painkillers, put on the thing, like to go like. Do you need
I was using the
to
carton of
use
ice
hands?
cream.
Yeah, okay. No, take the ice cream, put that. If you need me to do anything, first of all, maybe we take a break and don't? I think we could all use a moment. Maybe we could take a break and not do anything before I offer you to, use my hands to what you're doing. Maybe we don't. Maybe we, are you okay with... I know we have a lot to do. I also have a lot going on in my mind. It's been it's been a lot, hasn't it?
I'll have to be right back, by the way. But continue.
You okay? Yeah.
You've
Gives
had...
you the ice?
Thank you. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm absolutely not. But I will.
Do you ever need to talk about? I mean, I know I was your TA first, but we definitely have a much bigger thing going on now.
Yeah.
But I'm always here for you.
Thank you. And I know I was your student, but I'm a very good listener. I know I exploded a little bit back there, and I still don't know what's going on a lot, and I just wanted to say we're all trying to figure out. And I know you're new to this, and it's very overwhelming. And we are all trying.
Right.
And I know you are a lot, too. And you're doing great. Gosh, you're doing so great. And I'm very glad that you're with us, because you have something about you that makes us feel a little more confident.
That's good.
And
anything I can do to help.
Also about that, we're here to help too. And you don't need to always take it upon yourself. I know, because I tend to do that. And I kind of saw myself in you a little bit, because I see you care a lot about us. And that's wonderful. We all do that here. But please don't forget to take care of yourself and to rely on us to do that as well. Because we also care about you, and you're just a very beautiful soul. And oh my god, your flowers are so pretty, and I don't know how you're doing that, but I am feeling very comfortable here, and I don't like science a lot. So thank you. Oh my god.
I know the Biology 101 is one of the required core curriculums.
I know.
You are one of my
and
favorites.
also, it's because you're so great at teaching. It's not like I don't like studying. It's just that, there's this pressure that I have to, be smart. And my parents are really smart. They are very smart. You've met them. They are very smart. So it's not that I don't like studying. It's just that I feel like I have to, and then that makes me not want to.
Oh, I completely understand that. 100%.
Yeah.
Why I kind of cruise through my English courses.
Oh, English was the good one for me. Also, always liked, music. So we've always been into that kind of. But you make me like, you explain. You've been the best teacher I've ever had. Really. You're very great. I'm very sappy right now. I just came here to give you ice.
We've had a lot going on today.
yeah,
I
there
think
was a
our
lot,
emotions
wasn't
are all
it?
running a little high. We're searching for
Yeah.
serotonin a little bit,
Yeah.
latching on to whatever we can because we got to make it okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
Go
we
ahead
should
and roll
stop
me an
working now.
empathize.
Okay.
All this for a risk.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm rolling 2 empathize. I rolled a 6.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Hannah, go ahead and mark 5.
And
Hey.
a critical
And
success.
with the original 3 that Kinley gave you, that fills your track and overflows it into to +2. So you're now
I
at
just
2
healed emotionally
recovery.
as well.
As your wrist isn't bothering you that much anymore, and you think you'll be fine when you actually have to use it again.
I said
as,
you can
like-
mark a link with me.
Oh.
No,
As,
wait,
like,
was that crit?
No, that's only on crit.
Yeah, it was a
No.
six.
Oh, come on.
This wasn't a crit.
Oh,
Crit's
come on.
double sixes.
at like the after that little conversation happens
Fine.
and like Arya said you're the best teacher, like, and Hannah's gonna like feel like her wrist isn't as bad and just like go in for like a big smushy hug because Hannah's got like a 1.5 feet on the twin,
Yeah, like a big tiny.
just like
And,
envelops Arya. in that
Yes.
big hug.
Arya's gonna like.
Do you think
Love
we
it.
should call it a day and go have a nice little slumber party?
I think we absolutely should.
Just, like, start walking like while still hugging,
yeah,
just going.
Mhm.
Let's get some blankets. Yeah.
Find like the brightest yellow blanket to throw over.
And meanwhile, while you are heading back, we just catch the last bit of the conversation between Alto and Kinley.
What was Kinley doing after you left, Hannah?
I think literally went to set up a blanket fort.
Okay. Alto's gonna, if I'm imagining this correctly, like finish setting up the blanket fort and like go under the blanket
Mhm.
fort with Kinley with a guitar. Just go like, hi.
Oh, hello.
It's been a lot, hasn't it?
It really has.
Are you okay? Did I do that right? I know you're still hurt. Is there anything I can do? Do we have like, I don't know, I forgot the name in English because Sunny doesn't
vera?
know that, but the thing, yeah, something like that. Like, do you
Burn cream.
yeah.
Oh, probably. If we ask nicely enough. If asked.
Just imagine like one of them like
Big
jumping
olive
into the
plant
blanket, just like with that.
There, it's just a book drops down that says how to avoid fires.
Oh my god! Yeah.
He does
Also, like
to read
opens
me.
up. Okay, I'm gonna go get something, and it's in front of the blanket fort, or like
Yes.
very close. Like, okay. How about you do
y-
this when I play us a song?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say I've not heard you talk this much in quite a while. It's rather nice.
Thank you. You might have heard me talk more than I've remember talking. I don't know. You seem to know me better than I know myself, so thank you for listening.
How do you feel about it?
I like it. I'm not used to it, and it's not like Arya doesn't, say wrong things or doesn't say what I'm thinking. It's nice to have a voice, I guess. He doesn't have much.
Sometimes
I'm used to it.
Sometimes change, even good change, can be scary or confusing for those closest to us. I think we're all happy for you to find your voice, but remember to give her a bit of grace. I know she loves you dearly.
I came here to help you. What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Well, maybe I just like making you blush.
You do that very well.
So, I'm sensing 2 downtime actions here.
Oh,
I'm sensing an express downtime action from an express to help a friend recover from Alto. I'm also sensing, I don't know, confess maybe to form a link from Kinley.
I think this is a little bit of the holdover from the eclipse. I want to save my second downtime action from something.
Okay.
As much as I do want that, there is something.
That is completely fine.
We might.
I mean,
I might reel that back in because the downtime action I want to do might not work. And if that's the case, but
No, fair enough. Sunny, go ahead and roll your express for
Express?
that healing. Yeah, you don't need much here, by the way. I think any result is probably enough.
I need to.
Yeah, you need 2 marks, and 2 segments is 1, 2, 3 on the dice.
Oh my god, I have 1 dice.
So it doesn't matter. The only thing it matters for is that this means Kinley overflows. So Kinley is back up to 2 marks. And all of the harms are cured. Which is
Yay!
nice. And Kinley, we are heading towards closing time. So I think you have 1 downtime action left.
Yes. So the first thing, and I think Kinley is going to ask Awa this because Kinley asks Awa most things. I know we saw. I went into that combat fully transformed.
Yes.
So is it safe for me to leave the shop to try to find someone, or is it better to completely not? Because that will change what I want to do.
That should be good. I think the people who came in transformed were Kinley and Hannah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Kinley and Hannah are essentially safe to go out. The twins are technically safe to go out as well because
The media was hiding.
nothing has been focused on you yet, like the mundane you. However, you have a very decent sense that the reason they're doing this is so that you can be black-bagged off the street by Helios.
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents were trying to trick me into going home.
Exactly.
Well, not necessarily trick you into going home, but more like they don't want everyone going after you. They don't want everyone going after you. They just want their people.
They
to
want
find
you to
first.
vanish conveniently.
We are.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Plus, it would be very, very bad PR for the prodigal children of the director to.
and
Anyway,
I will likely need help from Arya for this, but I want to see if I can find and reestablish contact with Diana.
Hey.
Ooh. Okay.
I wasn't prepared for that, so give me 1 second while I just run the simulation in my mind as to where Diana is right now.
I thought you were gonna say my dad for a minute there, which is something I thought about doing.
Okay, so just to help me here, what is your game plan? What
So
do you want to do?
basically,
Do you want to recruit her on your side? Do you want to tell her that you aren't the bad guys?
I
Kill
think,
her.
yeah,
No.
I think that, yes, kill
Murder.
her. I think it is, first a tentative, like, you don't know me, I know you, we went through this, and we don't have to role play all of this out. We certainly don't have time this episode, but like, that would be the first brush of like, hey, so we have an understanding, right? And then from there, depending on how that reacts, will you give us information and or will you help us clear our name and or...
Yeah, so I can help you here. Diana has gone missing. She has disappeared. Same evening as when the attack on the factory happened.
Mm-hmm.
That she went Well, as far as you're aware, she went vanished. You don't know if that is due to
That was gonna be my next question.
yeah, you don't know if that is due to Helios disappearing her, or if that is due to her like disappearing herself, or it's due to her doing some secret work for Helios. It could be all of those three. I will call this a gather information roll because you're essentially hitting the streets. You're trying to figure out what is going on, where you can maybe find something, and ultimately, like the benefits you're going to get from this investigation track wise are going to stack up with like information you gather to maybe in the future help you out with a mission here.
Okay.
So how are you approaching this?
I'm trying really hard to figure out how I could do like a confess, and I don't think I can. I think I have to do it empathize. I think I have to go out and be
I
like,
think if you're doing
"You
this,
heard."
I think if you're doing this as a confess, that is going to be very risky because
yeah.
But yeah, I'd say that the two directions you might go are empathize or analyze.
And those are kind of equal the same. I think Kinley is going to go much more.
Yeah, but the result
empathize.
is different.
Oh, okay.
The result, if you do an analyze, is much more what kind. You've been part of similar unit. You know how they operate, and you're going to see if you can find anything about her movements, track them, figure out. And with an analyze, you've got a decent idea that you're probably going to be able to narrow it down to which of the three options it is. With an empathize, you're going to hit the streets. You're going to find you're going to gather up contacts. This will likely not give you information on the exact what of it all, but it'll likely give you like a hint of where to look. So it's essentially either it's a what has happened or where should we go next.
If I do, will any of those contribute to the actual investigation track of where we're level 2?
Oh no, but both will give you the same amount of. Both will give you the same effect on investigation. It's just the kind of information you're getting.
Yeah, I think Kay wants to do analyze, but I think Kinley is going to do the empathize. Like, I think that's just how this character is. Like, should
very fair.
Logically, it should be like I think much more like, is she okay? Where is she? Which is going to give us useful information, but much more concerned about the person.
Okay.
Because like finding that she's just gone missing sets off a billion alarm bells, given what happened in season 1.
I mean, like, not necessarily to you. Because you've worked with similar operators to this before. An operator like this going missing can mean literally just that they've gone on a secret mission and that they'll be back eventually. You've had friends similar to her just disappear for a few weeks and then just reappear and go, if I told you what I did, I'd have to kill you.
But also, we had magical girls or people infected by this go missing at the very first episode.
Yeah.
And
wanna know
secret
which one
mission
that
for
is.
Helios also sounds dangerous for us, to be fair. So it's also concerning.
The one thing I'll say is, the way you are, what you're edging towards seems actually more like forgive.
Ooh.
Because you're forgiving her for opposing you, and you're still going after her to try and find her.
I mean, I will take that 100%. If that's on the table, I will 100.
Tavernot, you're so sweet. Oh my god.
I
Can
will
we just say how
100% take
Tavernot
that.
is such a sweet DM?
See, the thing is, the more I lift my players up, the harder I can stab them in the back.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, why? But for why?
Anyway, I'm supposed to hydrate.
Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around, try and find just the right people. Come on, don't.
Oh.
My dice are back. I had a
We don't
nice
love
little
that.
break.
I didn't see actually what you wrote.
It never happened. No, it's
Doesn't
fine. We can
count.
re-roll. It's just you didn't see it. If you know, you know.
I'm sorry, I did see it. Okay, so 2 and a 1. You're never in a downtime. In downtime, you're never failing. It's just a matter of how much you succeed.
Mhm.
So with a 2 or a 1, you're getting 2 segments marked for links given. In this case, that means you're marking 2 segments on the investigation track.
So you've already given me a thing, which my dice destroyed. But I have rewind return
Okay.
as an ability.
What
I've
does it
been
do?
through this timeline before. Flashbacks cost 1 less stress than normal. How did this go wrong the
Okay,
first time?
so
Could I?
No, because
Okay.
a flashback is a specific mechanic.
Okay.
Flashbacks you use during the mission itself
Okay.
On
to
missions.
go back in time and say, no, instead of X happening, Y happens because I did this. It's like the Mission Impossible. Yes, it was a double cross, but we did the double crossing kind of thing.
Cool.
It's still really powerful for you, just during the mission.
Yeah,
Um,
That's. I was like, can I just
Yeah.
flashback? Try to remember where she was.
no,
Cool.
this
Fair.
isn't
Have to ask.
a reset button. However,
Good attempt.
I will say because you don't really people on the street aren't that useful for you here. So I'm imagining you're pulling more from your contacts who are like contacts you will have in the future,
Yeah.
which is frustrating for you because a lot of them have no idea who you
Yes.
are. You walk into like the mercenary bar and just everyone and no one there knows you, even though all of them are supposed to know you. And I mean, you're the new face. They're not
Yeah.
really opening up towards you. But active listening, you occasionally do pick some things up, and you do. It does seem like you kind of make it clear to them that you are not going after Diane.
Mhm.
And you yeah, there's just one thing that happens as you are like, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm not finding anything here. You get a drink put in front of you by the bartender, and bartender says, Galvadaris ordered this one for you. And you see someone getting up, turning around, and walking out of the bar as that happens. The drink that is put in front of you is you had a bad result. What is the worst drink that could have been put in front of Kinley at this time?
Espresso martini.
Oh.
I
Okay,
was
so
gonna get drugged one. Go with that.
Yeah.
So this is a dive bar. I'd say they probably wouldn't have espresso martinis, but instead
then
it's like
probably
The
like a very
approximation
cheap- a
of.
it's
very
like one of
cheap
it's
beer.
one of those
Yeah.
Jaeger shots. It's one of those
Oh.
Jaeger shots.
Ugh. Like a submarine, it has a Jaeger shot inside a beer. Ugh.
Yeah, but the thing that does matter is to you is that when you take it and you look at it and you look at the napkin that it's placed on, and it says it marks a date 4 days from now, and it says dockside 2100 hours, loan.
Did I get any kind of
It
look at
has
the
an
person
ad-
walking out?
It has an address in the dockside district, and the person who's walking out has a military bearing. Seems to be it's not Diane, as far as you're aware, unless Diane has suddenly learned to shapeshift. She's smaller than Diane, maybe it, broad in the sense that someone who's muscled is broad. Not someone you immediately recognize from your future. So either she's different in your future, or it's not someone you've run into. Other than that, the one thing that you pick up immediately, because your character is actually like the kind of character who has done some tradecraft kind of work, is that she, the way she walks, the way she's dressed, she's familiar with staying out of sight. She's she has her face like turned away just in a way that you wouldn't be able to make a positive identification. She's wearing very bland clothing. She's timed it perfectly so that a whole bunch of people that were getting a bit rowdy over near the pool tables, which blocks your path out of the door. Everything inside you screams spook.
Oh, that's, and like out of habit, like just like, well, that's, and like brings the drink up and gets a whiff of it. It's like, oop, nope. All right. That's interesting. I wonder if they're going to kill me. And we'll take the napkin and wander back.
Yeah, it's. I said Dockside. Dockside is the district. It's an address in Dockside that is like, at 9 p.m. on a Saturday, it would be completely dead. The perfect place to get rid of a body, or have a clandestine meeting.
I guess the question is Kinley going to share that with anyone else?
That's a very good question for
Right?
next episode.
Wow. Okay. First of all, the bigger question is Kinley back for the slumber party?
Yes.
Okay.
Slumber party.
Okay.
Must have.
Very
Slumber
important
party
slumber
then.
party.
Okay, cut the pile. Yeah.
Anyway, with that, you have a lead on Diane, or a lead on getting murdered. Either or. According to David, worse things have happened to Kinley than being murdered.
Yeah, frogs.
Frogs aren't bad. What did you do?
They ate me.
One just comes hopping in from the garden.
Tasty.
Oh, I see.
So with that, Kinley walks back in, reeking faintly of dive bar.
Ooh.
Unacceptable. Throws off the patchwork coat, goes and rolls in the grass.
Throws a blanket on top of Kinley.
As you all settle in for the night, all of you hear beep, 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 fade to black. Anyway, this was a wonderful episode. Thank you all for coming back to season 2 of ChronoBloom. We've got a lot in store, as you can tell. 2 more episodes for this part of the miniseries. This season is going to be split in 2. First part is going to be next Friday and next Sunday. The second part is to be determined. We will announce all of that on the Twitter and on the Blue Sky and on the Discords and on the YouTubes and on the everywhere. We we'll be back next Friday. Same bad time, same bad channel, and I need to ask you people who you are and what you do and where you're from and why you are and how. So, Kinley, Kai, what, where, how, why, when, who, and where can people watch Kinley?
Hi, I am Kay Purcell. I do video games by day, TTRPGs, every free chance I get. You can find me at Chaotic Wholesome or Chaotic Wholesome Presents, doing all sorts of TTRPG stuff. Tuesdays, we do the talk show. Please come on by. It's a good old time. Wednesdays, I play a Pathfinder 2e game where I am Uenya, the swashbuckling tiefling, My Little Pony, bananas character that I can't believe someone let me play. And here, Girl by Moonlight, and sorry, lots going on. Half of it's under I can't talk about yet. But save the date, December 17th. Doing something really cool for charity for Christmas, and I can't wait to share it all with you. So, yay! That's been me.
Very cool. So I just want to tell you, ribbit. Sunny, what, where, how, why, when, and whomst? Ribbits
Ribbit.
maliciously.
Not maliciously. Hello.
Hi, I'm Sunny, aka Loving Sunny. You can find me, God, nowhere recently. But hopefully I will be playing a farming game next week. So if you enjoy farming games and
Which one?
whatever,
Which one?
oh my God, it's either gonna be Story of Seasons or like Coral Island or something like that. Like I still haven't decided, but I have something very exciting coming up. And I want to talk about it, so I'm gonna make that happen because it's been very bad. And I the last time I tried to stream, my internet didn't allow me. So it's been wonderful. Check me out somewhere. I am not anywhere currently apart from here, which has been absolutely fucking fantastic. But if you like my energy, which is a lot, go check out Loving Sunny. I will also be doing some charity stuff in December, and it's gonna be for Hopemas, which is Project Hope Christmas shit. And I'm going to be doing that during December. More to come. Again,
Amazing.
hiatus. Do check me out. It's going to be fantastic. I am very excited. That's all I have to say.
Everyone go perceive Sunny.
Perceive me. I haven't been perceived for like a few months because I haven't been here. Perceive me a lot. I will be back in social media eventually. Follow me
And
before I do
finally, Rosie, who are, what do, where, how, why, and PAX!
And PAX!
Right.
PAX.
Yes, I'm Rosie, Sweet Rosie B, just about everywhere on the internet. I am a TTRPG performer, showrunner, soon to be commissionable character artist, so please keep an eye out for that because that is something I really want to get into. And I've been pressured by my art mentors and peers to do that, so that'll be coming out soon. I am here for the most part, but in December I will be doing the 12 days of streaming for Starlight Children's Foundation. We'll be doing a two-shot of Brindlewood Bay hosted by the creator of the game, Jason Cordova, so I'm super excited for that.
Amazing.
He's so nice. I love him to bits. Then we'll also be doing a new adventure from Tea Time Adventures. It's brand new for December. It is a winter choose-your-own adventure sort of TTRPG game. I'm very excited for that. We'll also be featuring Lake's new Season's Greetings expansion. So just all sorts of holiday stuff coming up in December. And then after 12 days of streaming, Kay is going to be reprising her role as Lobelia, their role as Lobelia on our Yule in the Shire over on Girls From These Worlds, as we try to teach Bilbo Baggins the true meaning of Yule. Very Christmas Carol style. So lots of stuff coming up, but for now, I'll be here being the ever anxious Hannah Kusin.
Here, queer, and full of fear.
Here,
Because-
queer and full of fear.
And because you
That's
reminded me.
me.
and PAX. And PAX.
And PAX, yes.
Find me at PAX running games.
Because I forgot, at PAX, I'm going to be at 8:30 on Friday. I'm going to be doing Double Bubble, Toil and Trouble, Tarot Cards, and TTRPG and Mothman. So that will be streamed. And then at 7:30 on Saturday, I am doing Tales from the Tavern, which is the table talk
Yes!
show where the audience asks the question.
Yes. We love
Oh,
You just had so
Luna.
many words I like in the same sentence. Oh my God.
I'll be running games with Gehenna Games all day Friday and one on Sunday. It'll be all horror games, but I endeavor to make them a little less spooky.
I might have a tarot
Rosie.
problem.
Yes.
Rosie, tell people where they can find you by dropping a link in YouTube chat. It shouldn't be blocked for you.
Oh my gosh. Just everywhere, Sweet Rosie B. The
promo
chat is
yourself.
not letting me open anything.
Anyway, while Rosie tries to figure out technology,
Yep.
I have
I'm
been
not as smart as Hannah.
I have been Tav. You can find me wherever Tavs are found. I will eventually be making dice and actually starting to sell them. But that is, I have been putting off fixing the chunk because holy fuck, that is a mess. A mess to sand. Yes, but it's so hard to sand.
And we've
All
got
of
those
those
little pieces.
facets.
They're so cool though.
Yeah.
Worth
But yeah,
it.
there's stuff coming out for that. I will also be attending PAX, so if you're going to PAX, intercept me and perceive me. I am not. I am always fine with being perceived, so long as it's in a public space. Also, if you happen to be interested, there is a little TTRPG creator dinner that I'm setting up. So maybe reach out. I'll send you forms, and then we can eat food and be fancy.
I've heard someone's gonna bring me on an iPad so I can participate.
I have
will
an
be a
iPad. This is Sunny for PAX.
Yay! I'm definitely gonna be at PAX.
It's
And
Paxi.
that it's PAX. I will be a Tamagotchi.
Oh my gosh,
Amazing.
just give you snacks. There's that.
Please.
And during the December season, I will also be doing something charity related. There's one of two options, and I don't know which one it is going to be yet, because one of the two is going to require a whole rules redesign of a rule set, so I can make it work for a whole bunch of players. And it's basically going to depend on whether I have time to do that. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This has been delightful. If you do want to support this channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/tavernaut or by going to ko-fi.com/tavernaut. One of the two has the option to give a single individual donation, which still really helps the channel, but is probably better for people who have less reliable funds. So I've reopened the Ko-fi, and I'm actually going to be just doing stuff for that. With all that, I have been rambling. I will be dropping out. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful time. And
Thank you for joining
see you all-
us.
Bye.
Yeah. See you all on Friday, same half time, same